here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
In many countries around the world, medical care is scarce. Countless millions have no access to safe surgery. Mercy Ships is there to help. Mercy Ships provides free surgeries for the thousands of those who are waiting for surgery at each port.
Mercy Ships is bringing services to countries that would otherwise never be able to access those services.
Find out how you can help by visiting our website at mercyships.org. That's mercyships.org.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 Rollins Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. Hope you have all your fingers. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose sitting in the control room there, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. All right, quick finger check. Everybody here on the show, I got mine. Randy's got his. Keon's got his. You guys got yours? Send me in the pictures of your fingers, not just that one. Let me see that everybody's digits have survived the 4th of July holiday. The number of firework shards that my dog has found and chewed in the yard is now up to 2 big old bottoms of, exploded ordnance. It was a hell of a night out here in the area of Queen Creek. Oh, the rednecks were in fine form, scaring the bejesus out of my dog. And it's crazy. And it was like this for the whole damn weekend on the 2nd of July, the 3rd of July, and then the 4th of July. It's like, do you feel like you've really celebrated this country by just making dogs scared? Is that really what this is all about? Because I just don't understand. I like a nice show just as much as anybody else, but it's not a show. These people out there are just blowing crap up and making boom noises. That's it. It just seems stupid to me. I don't think we're celebrating anything other than this opportunity of a weekend where you can blow crap up, which I appreciate. I like to blow stuff up, but just maybe pick a day, just not the whole damn weekend. Seemed a bit rough to do to the dogs. That's all I'm saying. It was just annoying. Just me? Am I the only one that feels this way?
I don't think you're the only one. I also think that what I'm already pre-annoyed for is the residual fireworks that will be happening for the rest of July.
Yeah,
I'm already annoyed by that.
That is going to happen. How about you, Randy? Was it all quiet on the Western Front?
Yeah, I mean, there was fireworks going off all weekend, like you guys said, but yeah.
Did it make you feel more patriotic just to keep hearing them all through the night, occasionally pow, clack, blang? Did it really elevate your patriotic feelings?
Not really. Not really. The ones that I kind of giggled at was when you hear a boom and then you hear like sirens. And then,
cars, yeah.
somebody's done something wrong here. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like car alarm sirens because it's so loud it set them off.
Yeah, you hear first responders on their way because something's gone terribly wrong. Yeah.
I was hoping what I was really hoping for. And I'm sure, again, I can't be the only person who feels this way. I was hoping the dog would come running up to me with a hand in his mouth. Or at least somebody's fingers that got blown off.
Yeah.
I felt pretty good about that. So, well, hopefully everybody had fun. It was too damn hot to do much of anything, but I did do something manly. I did a manly thing this weekend.
Nice. Okay.
The wood on the gate had gotten, I think it is as old as the house. It had gotten a bit beat up and weathered.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I went out there and I measured, and then I went out to the Home Depot, and right there you see, I built me a gate.
Nice.
That's
nice.
cool.
Very well.
It's
Very
not
good.
as manly as the one I did back in the early 2000s, where I built an RV gate. Using the same sort of idea, but yeah, and honestly, this is not the best job I've ever done, because the wood turned out a bunch of that was warped, and I couldn't tell it was warped. Usually, I like to get my hands on my wood, and I like to hold my wood.
Well, who doesn't like to hold their own wood? I mean,
I like to have it there in the aisle at Home Depot and look down there and make sure turn it this way, turn it that way. Try to avoid hitting people with my wood, and make sure it's not warped. There's no cracks, but I didn't get to do that because I go into the damn Home Depot and they got a daycare running over there. They got and exactly in the aisle I needed to go to get this wood.
Daycare.
They had a bunch of kids walking around little orange.
They had like a class going on for the kids, huh?
No, I figured that just so hard to hire good help that they just said, well, we'll take anybody now.
Oh, okay.
But it was, so it was, I was like, well, I need exactly that there. And the woman is just like, well, here. She starts trying to hand them to me. I'm like, well, no, those aren't the ones. I want those there. And so she's like, go ahead and get them yourself. And I'm like, and it wasn't like a mean thing. She's like, okay, I get it. And so I I had 9 pieces that I had to inspect, and I couldn't inspect my wood. I couldn't handle my wood. I couldn't look at my wood.
Yeah.
There's too many kids.
Pretty bad day when you cannot inspect your own wood.
You don't spend a lot of time, or if any time, checking out your wood in front of kids.
Of course not.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
So I just got
that could be
back.
dangerous. Yeah.
Well, 2 pieces were kind of Bill Clinton off to the left, and then one had a crack in it, and it was just like, well, I'm not going back. These pieces of wood are like $3 a piece, so it's like, it's all right. Whatever happens. I did what I could with a hammer. So, but yeah, I was pretty happy with the results, and we'll see how long this one lasts. I'm considering if I'm going to paint it or not, or just go au natural. Did you guys do anything manly this weekend?
No,
not really, because I didn't do anything.
Okay, that's good too.
I had some brats over at sister-in-law's house on July 3rd, and then July 4th. I smoked a few cigars over the weekend.
Good. Nice.
I don't know if that's manly or not, but I had a few cigars.
Cigars are manly.
Not really anything major. Sorry, Keon, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Made a nice lasagna for my wife's birthday. She's never requested a lasagna before. And I was like, I can make a lasagna. And she said, or you can pick it up at that restaurant I like. And I says, or I could make it. She says, or it's my birthday. And so I went and got her the damn lasagna. And the guy get there to pick this thing up, and can I get the instructions? And the guy looks at me like I'm an idiot. He's like, well, just 450 degrees for an hour and a half and put it in a water bath. And I'm like, you're going to have to explain to me the hell a water bath is. Do I look like Gordon Ramsay to you? And he's like, you sound like Gordon Ramsay. Now, so what you do, you get a bigger pan and you fill it with water, and you put your other pan of lasagna in it. And what you do is you cook the thing at 450, and that it keeps the outsides from, I guess, crisping and burning too much. It worked perfectly. I'd never heard of such a thing. It made sense. Just I've never done a water bath when I'm cooking. And it turned out beautifully. Everything was good. I think the restaurant's called Baci, BACI, over in Queen Creek. It's very nice. Can never get a table, but Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Anyway, so that was I didn't get the grill. I didn't get the grill like I thought I was going to.
I
missed
did
that.
a little grilling, not much, nothing big. Some Ms. Kim wanted some shrimp, so I put some shrimp on the grill, and I had some chicken on the grill. Let's see, on Saturday night I had Cards Chappie over. He was in town, and he was over with us, and I put the flank steak on the grill. Did that for tacos. That was pretty nice.
Keon, what did you microwave?
I microwaved some brownies that were made for me before. That
what kind of brownies?
Very just regular brownies, just
sure.
delicious brownies.
Yeah. That's why it took you a minute to answer my last question.
What question?
The one I just asked you. We all sat here for about a minute of dead air while you answered.
Wait, what?
Okay, Stoner. Whatever.
No,
888-368-1580.
I didn't take a minute. Randy,
You might not think you did because you're so high. The rest of us, we felt all that pause.
Sir.
No, you know what? I do not do any drugs before I come into this studio, sir.
During, after, yes, but not before.
Never before. Or during.
Oh, people who actually did drugs, man, I used to mess with them. I used to mess with them so much in high school. I missed that. 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says digits all accounted for. And he says, beautiful day up here in North Phoenix. Can I get a cold beer, please, Randy? And is it true you guys think KD is coming to Phoenix? Well, who said we think that? We think it's a possibility. It's one of the things we've heard, but I mean, who knows where he's going? We're going to talk about the possibilities of where he could. But anytime you read stories, anytime you read the pundits and the experts talk about what happens to KD, there's like one little idea he might go to Phoenix, but all the rest of it seems to be heavy that he might go someplace else. So I don't know. Who's to know? But I don't think this show has stated that we think KD is coming to Phoenix. I think we've stated we wouldn't mind.
No, we'd love to have him here. But, my thought is, I'll save it. I'll save it for when we talk about it.
Yeah, we are going to do that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, I'll save it for that.
All right. Jake the Snake says, it sounded like a war zone for us. It's a bit ridiculous. Did have a steak and shrimp with the family. Welcome back, guys. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that. And, I know that one of your sons, Randy, is actually in a war zone. Or just recently was.
He's still there. He's got another few weeks there. Yeah. The Sarge is there, and he's over the Middle East, but he's getting ready to head home. So as soon as he can catch a rotator and get the right paperwork, catch the rotator out of there, he'll be home.
Looking forward to it. Berg says, no reason for fireworks in a residential neighborhood at 10:30, 11 p.m. Let the professionals do it. And here's the thing. What we should have done is for the communities that, they were like, well, we can't get enough fireworks. It's like, well, you hit up the rednecks in my neighborhood. They were like, what do you need? They could have helped out. Could have made some shows special. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. Is Kevin Durant a Phoenix Sun yet? No, nothing has happened as of yet. But like I said, we're going to talk about that here in a moment. First, let's talk about a rarity. A moment that I get to actually say something that we don't say much. Hey, Diamondbacks won. That's right. Bumgarner and the Diamondbacks on the 4th of July were able to beat the Giants. And of course, now we have a 1-game winning streak. That's right. How
about that?
Yeah, losing a series to the Rockies. They beat the Giants handily 8-3 yesterday. And we'll see what happens tonight. So we got another streak going, everybody. Say 1 game.
It's a very short streak, but it's a streak. It counts.
Yeah. That's, I'm just trying to find the positive side of this thing. That's all I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, no, that's good work. That's strong work. Good for you.
Thank you. Also, Randy, and I know you might be able to pronounce this guy's name. I don't know that I can. I think it's Zhou Guanyu, the F1 driver. ZHOU, Zhou Guanyu. Holy God, did you see that wreck?
That was crazy wreck.
Can you say his name? The wreck might have been me just saying the name.
I can't really pronounce his name. I think it's Ganu though.
Ganu? Like Gary Gnu?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gnu. Okay, well, I'll say Gnu because you seem to think it's that. So,
yeah.
Mr. Gnu, right off the start, right off the bat,
heading into the first turn, which is the most dangerous turn in F1 racing. Yeah.
Right, and all he got squeezed, pinched. I don't know what your racing terms are.
Yeah.
Pierre Gasly and George Russell. Two guys I can pronounce, squeezed him and popped him like a zit, basically. And he just went rolling over. And first you see him on his head. You're like, well, he ain't going to make it. And then he rolls. And then they have that nifty safety tire guard that stops you from hitting the wall. He just went whoop right over it and landed between the tires and the wall. It's like, well, that did not help at all, did it? And he lived.
Yeah,
and he got the halo is what he credits with saving his life. It was just that cockpit protection. It works. That's a good ad for the fact that it works.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, Formula One went to that halo system. It looks like a kind of a forward-facing brace that it goes up and it covers the driver, and it's more than just the little roll bar they used to have just above the helmet, and it made it much safer. And so, yeah, it is certainly it paid for itself with Gnu. So, congratulations that he was able to get up and walk away. Congratulations to F1. For keeping safety first. But yeah, I mean, that was a horrific crash. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you should look it up on the social medias. That is in any Formula One race, the first curve, the first turn is generally the most dangerous turn of the entire race.
Yeah, and what was crazy, not just crazy that it's just he hit and then rolled over the top of it and landed in between it.
Yeah.
It looked like, well, there's no way he's going to live. He gets out of there, he's fine. Well, he's not fine. He's hurt. But then, to make matters worse, right after there, some protesters ran out on the track. I don't know what they were protesting, but the whole thing was just pandemonium all of a sudden right off the start. And it was a while before they got that thing restarted again. But crazy F1 crash there in England at the British Grand Prix. Who even won the thing? Do we know who won?
What's his name?
Bob? Was it Bob?
I know who it is, but it's been a long weekend. Oh gosh, now I have to look it up.
Yeah, if it matters to you, you know.
Carlos Sainz, I think, but I'm not 100%.
That works for me.
I think that's who won. Just pull it up.
If he didn't, it's official now. 888-368-1580. Kiss the Cook says, made my teriyaki chicken with a pineapple Asian slaw. Then I had some free time to manscape. All right.
Nice.
We didn't need to know about the manscaping part, but
on the slaw. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the manscaping thing, that is your business. And whoever has to look at it. Right. Berg says to Keon Rose today in studio, look at the Zoom. Why does he need to look at the Zoom?
Why?
What's wrong with is there something wrong with our broadcast?
I don't think so, unless they're just talking about me not making eye contact with the camera, which it's a radio show. I don't have to.
Yeah, what are you getting on about there, Berg? Now it's making me check to make sure everything is working correctly. Yeah, it's all right. What are you on about, Berg? What are you on about? Lost Toby says, shot the worst round of golf in a while this morning, but still better than being at work. Oh, dear God. Are you golfing here in Phoenix, or are you someplace else right now?
It wasn't too bad this morning, but man, if you went out this weekend, it was what I like to say is a heavy hot. I mean, it wasn't just hot. It was a heavy hot. It was miserable
yesterday. Yesterday was pretty bad. So it's like 103 right now or something, right? I mean,
I don't think it's too bad right now. It's been a light day today, but
on the 4th of July, it wasn't so much the heat, but the stupidity. Yes. Rex Terra says, can confirm it was Sainz. Sainz?
Yes. Carlos Sainz.
Sainz. Yeah. Everywhere Sainz. Sean from Phoenix says, a lot of people didn't like the way the Halo looked, but the proof is in the safety. Kudos to FIA making the Halo mandatory. Now, if they can just solve the purposing issue. Carlos Sainz Jr., yes, won the British Grand Prix, his first career F1 win as well.
Yeah. Congratulations to him.
All right. George has sent me a picture of his big, meaty hands right there. All his fingers seem to be intact.
Very good.
He does have a little bit of a drying on his fingers, maybe even a little bit of irritation from having to constantly wash his hands after changing the diapers on his young baby.
Yes.
I recognize that look, several times over. So there you go, George. Glad
moisturize, George. Moisturize.
Fingers made it. And I think Berg, I might be frozen on yours. Oh, I see. For some reason, there's two Keon Rose. Oh, he was trying to say my name is on there too. I'll fix that in a minute. Thank you for the heads up. Why did you name me Keon Rose, Keon?
Well, that wasn't the intention there.
Friggin' Brian. Fixed it. Okay, as long as there you go. Boom. Lost Toby says, I was at Legacy South and South Mountain. It got bad at the end. White Claws and Sun kicked in all about the same time. Yeah.
White Claws.
Yeah. What are you drinking White Claws for? Is that the only moisture they had? Yeah, I mean, there's no way of explaining the look of disgust that has caused this dead air that Lost Toby has inflicted on us by purposely claiming that he drank White Claw.
We need a cleanser here, Jeffrey.
Yep, help me out.
Need a cleanser.
All right, when we get back, we're gonna talk about a bunch of other stuff, like that happened over the weekend, some sports. But we're going to talk a lot about the NBA. We're going to talk a lot about the college football chaos right now as they try to figure out who's going to play what and do what. And of course, the NFL sitting there waiting for us as well. Lost Toby says, I had to get to work after. It was light drinking option. Yeah, so's water, and it's more manly. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Diamondbacks open up a series in Colorado against the Rockies tonight. Merrill Kelly against Antonio Cincinnati, the pitching matchup. The Rockies are a slight favorite, paying out at -120 on the money line, while the Diamondbacks paying out at +102. The over-under for tonight's game has been set at 12 runs. Elsewhere around the National League West, Padres and Dodgers continue their series tonight. Blake Snell against Tony Gonsolin. The Dodgers paying out at -174 on the money line, while the Padres pay out at +146, and the Giants are -154 favorites against the White Sox. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
That's a no-whip, high-foam, 170 degrees, sugar-free gingerbread latte.
Ah, yes. It's gingerbread latte season at Duchesne's Coffee Shop.
Gingerbread on the side.
You'll need a seasonal barista before his cookie starts to crumble.
Anything else? Oh, there's a list.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl. The Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season, you'd better think again. The NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more. Football is always in season here. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Your home for football.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And, okay. So for one thing, Kiss the Cook, he says, I'm not shy about sharing my manscaping ability and happy to share my expertise. I went all Miyagi, wax on, wax off. See, again, we don't need to know that. It's not a matter of whether you are shy or not shy. It's a matter we really don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it up. I'm going to put you in a headlock like old Joey Chestnut did that Darth Vader protester. What the hell was that all about?
What was
Don't
that
they
guy
have
protesting
security?
anyway? What's going on there?
I didn't even see. He had a sign or something in a Darth Vader helmet. I don't know what. I think Joey Chestnut might be on roids because he sort of stared at the guy, kind of had a moment of pause, and then just was like, "I'm gonna choke you out," and just took him down. I mean, I was just like, I'd be like, where the hell is security, and why was there like moments? And by the way, he went up there injured on crutches and whatnot, and then he didn't eat as many as he has in the past, but he still beat everybody else
by like 20 hot dogs.
Oh yeah,
63 I think was the count or something like that, and his record I think is 76. So the most remarkable thing about that is he choked a guy. So did we ever find out what he was protesting? You know, I mean,
he was holding a sign that said "Expose Smithfield's Death Star." I don't know what that means, but that's what the sign said.
So you think somebody named Smithfield has a Death Star? Fantastic.
Well, I mean, Smithfield is a meat producer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's like the people who are gluing themselves to the court.
I mean,
during the
guess.
during the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe
something like that.
Probably makes more sense since this is a hot dog eating contest. At least there's
man card violation. Man card violation for the dude in the Vader mask. Because if you're going to protest something, man up, show your face, put your name on it, put your face on it. You know, don't go up there wearing a stupid Darth Vader thing. I get it. It was a theme. It was a theme, but you're less manly if you don't put your own face and name on things. Yeah, you Weasley little bastard. Anyway, Kiss the Cook says, oh no, the pool stick and cue balls were a little rough. Maybe I should switch from Dove to Axe.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ, Kiss the just stop. Just no more.
I am learning more things about you than I ever wanted to know. Please, dear God.
Raven Kid says, who won? Carlos Santana. He's doing F1 now.
Carlos Sainz. Sainz.
It was better when he thought it was Santana, though. Random texter says, White Claw and any male golfer admitting to drinking them go together like peanut butter and sardines. Yeah. Kiss the Cook. Thank you. Boomer Sooner says, I think he was protesting the horrible treatment the hot dogs were getting. Well, at that point,
it's a bit late.
Yeah.
It's over.
Lost Toby says, I stand by my choice. And Joey Chestnut is somebody I would not mess with. I don't know. I mean, the kid that with the Vader mask was a little bit string bingy. You know, I mean, he's a little skinny kid. So I don't think that means that Joey Chestnut is a badass. You know, and the way he eats is going to be Joey chest pains pretty soon. There's no way that this can end well for him.
It for none of the people involved. Like I was actually watching it yesterday and they were trying to do the preview stuff before the actual contest and they're doing it in slow motion. And when you put things in slow motion in sports, usually it looks more glamorous. It looks way better. There's no way to do this that doesn't look disgusting at every level. And I'm watching them slow motion, you know, show the footage of Joey Chestnut eating this hot dog and there's just veins popping out of his forehead. It was all bad. It was all bad. Everything about it was not good.
I can't believe he's been doing it this long. I mean, seriously,
15 years of winning.
If you like a lot of people, I know that this happens in churches a lot. I know that nuns are famous for these. But if you're in a Deadpool, if you have a Deadpool going with you and your buddies, Joey Chestnut's got to be up there, top 10 Deadpool. Like somebody I'd put money on to be dead soon, wouldn't he? Oh no, seriously, don't even at me on this. Nuns have Deadpools like crazy. You see a nun with a fresh new habit, nice. That she just won a Deadpool. Don't act like you guys don't know this. This is very well known.
I don't know this, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know. I am not that familiar with the enjoyment time of nuns. I don't know.
They got a whole lot to do.
Recreational habits of the nuns.
Nuns are known, and this is, I'm not even making this up. They're known for gambling, drinking, and
get a little bit of the sacramental wine there.
Toilet papering houses. Yeah.
TPing houses. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because they go back to that monastery and the rest of us aren't invited. So how do we know?
Well, they're bored to death. Okay. They're bored to death. You try being married to God. How boring would that be?
I don't think, well, actually, I think it would be very exciting, but I don't think that Joey Chestnut is in that bad of shape.
Well, that's the thing is like
considering you have to take.
I mean, look at. I mean, the guy comes
might
up
look
there.
Okay, but the inside, his arteries whistle when the heart pumps. It's any day now. He's going to drop dead.
There's a full circuit of food that they eat. The guy that they were talking about that won the wing competition, that does that every year and wins it. I'm more worried about him a little bit than
he'll
Joey.
choke to death or what?
See, now you keep in mind these Nathan hot dogs are all beef. It's not the byproducts of sweeping the floor up there.
Oh no! Processed
the
beef
butcher
versus processed butts and lips.
This is it's all beef, all natural beef. These Nathan hot dogs.
Hey, listen, I'm a hot dog eater. Okay,
I know.
I eat a fair amount of hot dogs, but I ain't lying to myself saying, "Oh, beef hot dog is healthy." Come on, man. I don't care if it's Nathan's. I don't care what it is. It's not good for you, man.
From what I've heard, they don't actually keep the hot dogs down. You know, when you're done with the competition, you walk away. You throw it up. Just you can't. Your body cannot sit there and hold 63 hot dogs, and that's okay.
Randy and I, we've had eating competitions. You know, amateur, low level, fun stuff with the listeners. Pizza. I did some shrimp once. I did some wings once over at Sardella's, and we never puked up a thing.
No,
it went down. It stayed down.
Yeah, we held it down.
That was part of the allure. So I think that if you ook these things right back up, you should lose.
You ook them.
Yeah, if you're going to ook them,
there's a window.
You don't get a prize.
There's a window. You can't
come from.
What's that?
Where do you come up? I've never heard that. I'm 60 years old. Where do you come up with ook?
Can I tell you where? That is a Jeffrey O'Brienism. When I heard somebody throw up, it never sounds like puke. It sounds like ooh. So they're ooking. There's no pee and puke. They're just ooking.
All right.
That dude just ooked his guts out.
So you're saying, Keon, that behind the scenes there,
I think I like
after the big hot dog challenge,
but everything's going out.
There's a station where they eliminate.
Basically, yeah. There's a window of time you've got to keep it down. You don't get to just eat it.
How much time?
Then I don't know off the top of my head. I just, was
there's a certain point of no return,
passively I mean, yeah, but it's not.
How do you control that? I mean, once you get it down, it's down.
Listen, I don't know all the details. I'm just saying I was just kind of passively listening, and someone mentioned that. Yeah, I mean, nobody.
Who's someone
on the ESPN.
It was on the TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just some
time
dude
you
somewhere.
understand, Keon. People are saying someone said that. You're like the internet, right? Some crazy person. Then you just made this crap up, basically. But you said you heard a guy from the TV, and you said it was ESPN. Oh, it's the same thing as Twitter. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
It might as well be.
They get so much crap wrong on that network.
It's true.
Can't trust.
So
it.
you're saying that during the broadcast, someone on the ESPN said there's an ooking that goes along with this tournament.
Ooking trough. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, because you would just
barrel.
You would
like
just
one
be
small
sick.
barrel. They all have to like get out of the way. They're elbowing you. No, get back.
There's yet another competition that takes place after the hot dog eating.
Yeah. Got to get it all in the barrel to win.
There's also a women's division of this event.
Oh yeah.
And women are really good at that. They've been practicing bulimically for years. They have an edge up on that portion of the contest.
Good Lord.
It ain't healthy. That's what I'm saying.
The part that stuck out to me is the woman that won. She is married to the fourth best eater on the planet, and they have a child, and that child is screwed. That is the point that stuck out to me.
He's like, if you seen my parents, me growing up without them, may not be the worst thing. May not be the worst thing for me. My life might take a very positive turn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be great. Not so much with these people around. A random texture says, can it actually still be called a hot dog if you submerge the bun in water? I don't think so. That's just it's a hot dog before they start, so whatever. But yeah, I mean, have you ever soaked a hot dog in water to eat it? No, nobody does that.
No,
except for an eating competition.
It's the only, it's the thing that you do when you're trying to eat 60 of them.
Lost Toby would dip some in some White Claw.
It's the
tasty.
It's the soaking of the hot dog bun, not the hot dog.
Well, the hot dog is in the bun, so it gets soaked anyway.
Correct.
Your wiener gets wet. That's what it's physics. If your buns get wet, your wiener gets wet. I'm just saying. Boomer Sooner says, did anyone hear how much you won for first place? An EKG, I think. I'm pretty sure you free. Well, this year I won this paddle. I'm hoping to win the second one next year.
Oh, you win the grand prize, the mustard belt, which Berg must hate.
Oh,
he just absolutely hates the mustard belt.
I got a brand new bottle of mustard.
Did you?
Yeah. Very happy to have it. It is good for the corn dogs. Big George says, LOL. Thanks, Jeffrey. I've been washing my hands a lot, changing Luke's poopy diapers. I already suffer from eczema, so the harsh soaps can be exacerbating the condition. George, stop writing into the show like a damn lawyer. Too many big words, George. Kiss the Cook says, my apologies. I've gone a little over 2 weeks without any consistent blender interaction, so I'm a little backed up and I just needed some release. Still phrasing, just maybe.
Yeah.
Raven Kid says, one of the worst things you can say on sports talk radio. One of my most hated phrases. Do you know what it is, Randy?
Ooking.
No. Ooking. I like that. I made that one up. At the end of the day.
It's the worst cliche.
So tired of at the end of the day. So Raven Kid, you're young, you get a pass, but understand that is the worst crutch ever. I hate it when people say that on sports talk radio, but he says at the end of the day, you're putting it all in your mouth. So technically it's all going to be wet, right? Well, it depends on your salivic content and whatever, but yeah. Berg says, damn mustard. Straight Striper says, I am channeling the Fed fan right now. The wood talk at the top, Jeffrey making gaggy noises. Why do I listen to the show?
I didn't think you made gagging.
Oh, I did.
Noises. You did?
No, he's totally right. Lost Toby says, my hot dog's dripping liquid of choice is Modelo. Again, why do that? Against the Spread says, I like Modelo. I ate 100 wings once at one time. on a $100 bet from the local family restaurant, also known as Hooters. Considering modern inflation with the wings hovering around $1 a piece, it would be wise to enter a chicken wing eating contest. Get your money's worth there. Yeah, I'm not puking anything up. So even if I lose the eating contest, I'm full. I'm happy. You know, I when I lost that pizza eating contest to Randy back in 1994, I still felt like a winner. I got a lot of free pizza that day.
Oh yeah, we both did. And after that, you know, every bit after that, we got all kinds of free pizza. I think the only food challenge I would ever do is in that steakhouse over in where is it?
I've been there. Armadillo.
Amarillo.
Amarillo. Sorry.
Yeah, that big, huge steak they put on there, and the mashed potatoes, and the toast, and the salad, and all the. That's probably the only thing I would ever enter.
We're gonna need a road trip, Randy. You and me go down there, do our best. One of these days, let's do this.
All right.
Yeah, because I was there. And I got a steak at the place, but I was by myself passing through, and I was like, well, I'll just get myself a nice big steak and enjoy the experience of being here. And nobody went up there to the table and actually tried it while I was there. So I was a little disappointed in that.
See, that's the thing, though. They call attention to it. You know, they ring the bell and, can I have your attention? Oh, this guy here is from, Paducah, Mississippi, and he's brought in here, and he's going to try to eat all of this. Why? Why do that? Why?
I don't know. I wouldn't have minded. It would have been entertainment while I was eating my human-sized steak.
Then you gotta sit in there and like on a stage, and people are just watching you be a glutton. I just don't understand.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just fun, and I stayed in the hotel too. So,
very good.
I should have kept driving. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's, in honor of Fed Fan, talk a little bit of tennis, and we've got some other cool sports news. Tidbits, this and that, before we get into talking NBA, NCAA, and NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
There's a time to be fearful and a time to be calm. A time to be aggressive and a time to be conservative, especially when it comes to investing. You've heard the phrase, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. At Compact, we strive to provide you with the tools and experience it takes to be in the right place at the right time to grow and protect your hard-earned money. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say, talk to Mo, and let's check your goals together. You'll get a free portfolio review and risk analysis, and we'll focus on your investment strategies. Call pound 250 on your cell phone and say, talk to Mo, or visit us online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And all right, so this Nick Kyrgios guy is a little bit of a hothead. It turns out now that he even admits to having some mental health issues because, as you know, tennis is rampant with the CTE. And I guess, well, now he's going to be, I guess, in court about, I get what he said he grabbed a girl or something. He got a little rough with a girlfriend. I don't know the actual details other than they say the nature of the allegations are serious. And so, well, now he's going to play on Wednesday against this dude from Chile in the Wimbledon. But yeah, his court date is August 2nd. So, this will all be done by then. But it says that he assaulted his former girlfriend late last year. So is this criminal court or is it civil court? I guess it's an Australian thing. So I don't know how do they do things down there, but yeah, it's not so good. Fed fan says, sounds like a scene from The Great Outdoors when John Candy tries to eat the big old steak in front of him. Yes, that kind of thing. That's what it is. Hi, Fed fan. So anyway, back to this Nick Kyrgios guy. Why is he playing in Wimbledon if he's roughed up a girl last year? So, did they not arrest him? Or is this a civil lawsuit? Again, it's just, this has got to almost be similar to the whole situation with Deshaun Watson, where they're like, okay, well, you're not suspended till we learn more about it, kind of thing. But I feel like this must be a civil case. This must be civil.
I thought I heard Australian authorities are investigating.
Well, FedFan says she doesn't know much about it, but she says it is criminal court.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess they arrested him in August, and then he was freed on bail.
Apparently, yeah.
And allowed to just go about his business like nothing ever happened.
I guess because the details were not released. Yeah.
It's been an ongoing investigation, is what I understand, Jeffrey. And so now they're kind of winding up this investigation. They're going to conclude this with a trial. He's going to go on trial for assault. So.
Yeah, FedFan says Zverev had been charged with domestic violence towards an old girlfriend in Germany too. So, yeah, I don't know what is with tennis that makes these people so angry. I don't know. Whatever the case is, so that this guy does not have a very good reputation at all. And if he's already admitted to having some issues, where he, a little bit of a hothead. This ain't good. And why are they continuing to let him play if he's assaulted somebody? You know what I mean?
Well, again, he got out, I guess, on bail, and he's been allowed within constraints to be continuing with his work, which is tennis. And they know where he is. It's not like they've lost track of him. It's not like he's eluded them. So it's something to be continued. We'll have to wait and see. What if this guy gets convicted in the middle of Wimbledon? Do they let him finish? I mean, I hope not.
Well, Wimbledon's going to be over here pretty quick, right?
Well, this is the fourth round or something. It goes like another week.
Yeah, I think we've got the quarters, but he's not due back in court for
until August 2nd.
Right. So it being a month away.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly how the Australians do it, but the details of what happened are just not really out there. So
like the NFL, tennis doesn't care until it has to.
I don't know. Because with the Deshaun Watson thing, I think the difference between this and that is that the Deshaun Watson details, they were out there. The details were out there, and you knew what he was accused of doing, and the league just didn't do anything. With this, his lawyer came out today and just basically said, hey, the investigation is still happening. We don't actually know all of the details. So if you got details, then you can at least say we're suspending you until we sort this thing out. With this, we don't really have details.
FedFan says Kyrgios' ex is probably hoping that he wins Wimbledon so it can be a bigger payday for her. Also, Kyrgios is just an asshat. All right, fair enough. That's all I think we need to know about this for now until something happens.
And also, I don't know. I always push back on the idea that somebody, when you end up in these domestic situations, is like the payout is the reason why they're suing. Sometimes when things don't work out in the criminal courts, the civil way is the only way to try and get any kind of justice. So it's not always about the payday.
No, it's not about the payday, but where there's more money, there's more punishment.
Well,
FedFan says the ATP and WTA stay out of these kinds of stories. Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Ronald Goldman Sr. Yeah, he's really got justice, hasn't he?
Well, he's trying to get it again.
I know.
I guess OJ owes him about $100 million. Against the Spread says, hey, take it easy on old Lost Toby, fellas. It's a free country. Besides, I've seen plenty of millennial golfers with man buns and overpriced clubs drink White Claws on the course and play like trash. It's more common than people think. You keep your head up, Lost Toby. Well, that don't make it right just because a bunch of young squids are doing it. The Jet says, hey, gentlemen, I was gone all last week. Not sure when the gang got back together, but I'm glad to hear all three of you on the radio today. Thanks, Jet. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Gorilla Toe says, what's more fun, calling a fart or calling it a trouser cough? I'd say trouser cough. I like that.
I like trouser cough. Yeah.
It's not bad, Gorilla Toe. Did you make that up? That's pretty good.
Like that.
Have you ever heard trouser cough before?
No,
I don't think I have.
I don't believe I have. Barking spider. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Stepped on a frog.
Yep.
But no, not trouser cough.
Big George says, I just ate 2 hot dogs yesterday with potato salad and now I was full. Can't imagine eating 65 hot dogs. Well, he's a finely trained athlete. No, he's not an athlete. It's not a sport. It's not a sport. And also, he came up on the line. I can't remember who on the Twitterverse there, but curling is not a sport. Okay. Shoving a stone down some ice and sweeping in front of it to try to get it where you want it. It's not a sport. Stop it. It's not a sport. Big George says, my dad once did the big Texas Steakhouse 72-ounce steak challenge back in the 70s, and he won it. Back then, you paid your money. They paid you money back in silver dollars. Someday, I would like to follow my dad's footsteps and complete that challenge. Oh, if they give you actual silver dollars, that's cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
FedFan says, great. Trouser cough is going to end up being a new Texter nickname, won't it? Promise.
It
should be.
It wasn't before, but
I
you
know.
might have named it.
We have trouser cough here on the text line, 888-368-1580.
Tell Randy to add that to the list.
Yeah, once he comes back, we're gonna get that written down. Hey, listen, we always celebrate when women in sports, break the ceiling again. Here's another ceiling to break. Here's another milestone. Here's another something. I was less than enthused to hear of the woman video evaluator for
video coordinator,
whatever. I mean, you can't call her a coach. She just watches video and makes some suggestions.
That's part of the coaching staff. Every coaching staff has a video coordinator.
I get
She's
it,
a coach.
but she's not a coach. She's not a coach.
I mean,
you don't coach the rewind, fast forward. It's like you can't.
No, she does that part on her own time. She cuts it up and then.
Well, then she's not much of a coach if she had to do it herself. If she was a good coach, she'd have somebody else doing it.
Well, that's her job, though.
Just saying.
But yeah.
So, but that's still, it's a milestone. And of course, salute to her for getting that gig. All good. And who knows what that leads to next? As I was told, that could lead to bigger things. Good for her. Well, the Seattle, this is probably good. Randy's internet just died because we can't talk about the Seattle Kraken in front of him. He gets upset.
Mhm.
But the Seattle Kraken have a minor league affiliate in the Coachella Valley in Palm Springs area called the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Because if there's anything the old folks there in the Palm Springs were just chomping at the bit for, hockey. Well, anyway,
Naturally.
so the Firebirds there, they have themselves a new head coach, and her name is Jessica Campbell. That is pretty damn good. I don't care. I mean, and she's all business. I don't know. I saw some video of her coaching, and she knows her stuff. And I think that she'll end up being a coach in the NHL someday. And they brought her up, and she's been helping NHL players, development in conditioning and stuff like that. And she is all business. This right here, this is a woman that you go through a brick wall for, as the saying has been said. And this is really great. She knows the opportunity she has, even with a minor league team. And she also understands the representation part of the conversation. She's like, I always had a belief as a young girl playing boys hockey till I was 17 that I was equal and capable too. Never focused on my gender. Growing up, I never dreamed of coaching because I didn't see it. Therefore, I didn't know what the path looked like.
But for young athletes now, it's important to have that visibility for them to understand that they can literally be anything they want. Some of the guys I'll be coaching, their daughters can now watch them have a female coach. And that opens up the conversation, which can inspire young girls for something they may not have seen possible. I think that's great. She's absolutely right. And that is one more glass ceiling broken and one more opportunity for a young girl to see something and go, hey, I could do that too. So, but yeah, I'll tell you what, she is, if you want to look into her past, she's done stuff in Europe and she's done stuff here in all kinds of different levels of hockey organizations. Whew, I'm surprised she's not already in the NHL coaching.
And then obviously when you talk about the glass ceilings and breaking those, that's part of it. I always respect people who don't have those opportunities handed to them. I can only imagine what kind of motivation and what kind of hustle she has to make this kind of thing happen.
And she was a good enough player. She'll put on some pads and some skates and go out and show you how she wants it done. You know what I mean? She still is within an age range that she has the ability to jump out there and play too if she felt like it. But yeah, she was a former captain at Cornell, and she was in the Canadian Women's Hockey League and also on their national team before she retired as a player. But still, she's still got it. She still has the skills. So once again, congratulations to Jessica Campbell, first woman behind the AHL bench for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Randy is back on, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to say the other part.
What do you mean?
We're just trying to avoid.
I don't want to upset you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Go
ahead. Say it.
We just move on. We can just move on.
Why?
Well, the
Now you have
Coachella
to
Valley
say it.
Firebirds are
Yeah?
an affiliate. They are the minor league team for the Seattle.
Who?
The Seattle.
Did you say the Kraken?
Sort of. Yes.
Filthy bastards.
I was trying
to spare you from that. We know that you've got.
How long is this going to go for, Randy? Because
issues with them.
And so here's what it is. Randy's his team on the fantasy football was the Kraken.
Yeah,
and he
release the
loved the
Kraken.
name the Kraken. And then all of a sudden, the Seattle gets a hockey team, and they steal the name for him. And he's been wrapped up in legal issues over this for a couple of years.
By the way, Big George, how is that going? Have we made any headroom?
I was going to ask you, but I guess not. You know, these things can.
Well,
just
Big
drag
George is
on.
representing me. I mean, it's told me just to relax, and he would go after him, and he would make sure that this thing gets resolved. So, what do we got, George? Have they released the name yet, or are they sending a giant check our way? What are they doing, Big George?
I feel like he had called you if any of that had happened.
Well, he hasn't called me since I asked him to do this.
Right. George, we're waiting on an update on the case, please.
I mean, it was just sort of short and sweet. I DM'd him, you know, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure. Let me tell you. Let me check into that. Let me handle it. Don't get in touch with them. Don't get in touch with me. Let me handle it." That's what he told me to do. So I've been kind of waiting here. I need an update, George. How's it going?
Yep. We need an update here. We want to see if we can move past all this.
Litigate the hell out of them. They
No,
stole my
easy,
name,
Randy.
George. Litigate
See,
the hell
that's
out of them.
Why Randy's not supposed to call anyone right there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, sorry we brought up a sore spot, an issue. You still going to keep your name for the fantasy football this upcoming season?
I'm gonna have to change it. I don't know. It's a principle of the thing.
You got to ask George, your counsel, if you changing your name now hurts your case going forward.
Well, yeah, I guess there's that.
So we're gonna need some answers on that. All right, moving on. Tiger Woods, as has been revealed, he didn't want to jeopardize the playing in the Open by playing in the U.S. Open. I have questions about all this. The U.S. Open and the Open.
Yeah.
Well, they're both played in the United States, aren't they?
No.
Well, yeah, the other
No.
one's played at St. Andrews. Then.
The Open is overseas. Yeah.
Got it.
Used to be known as the British Open. Now it's just the Open.
And St. Andrews, is that in Scotland?
Scotland, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. St.
Okay.
Andrews. Yeah.
I used to live on St. Andrews over in the Seville neighborhood.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Every time I got past the gate, I had to use a Scottish accent.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Of course. That's where
Never
we
look
lived.
under a Scotsman's kilt. Aye.
That's where we
Never.
lived, where my wife thinks Phil Mickelson might have been hitting on her.
Ah, yeah.
True
Well,
story.
Anyway, well, we'll talk about Tiger Woods when we come back and what's going on with him. Also, we'll see what the latest is with Brittany Griner trying to find her way out of Russia. And then after that, I don't know, sky's the limit. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround. How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs. Bull Rider, take 2.
Today, we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after Throne Rider. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked off.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ABA and this station.
A sapiosexual is a person who's attracted to intelligence. Do you choose brains over beauty? Like mind over muscle? Prefer Shakespeare?
To be or not to be?
To a puppeteer?
Hey, which one's the dummy?
So if you are sapiosexual and your current conversation is about to get, shall we say, intellectually stimulating, reach for Shakespeare Vodka, a thoughtfully engineered spirit with pure, smooth flavor that tastes like poetry in a bottle. Shakespeare Vodka, the taste of intelligence.
My name is William Yank. I'm a 23-year-old, 3-time leukemia survivor. One evening, my roommate was trying to talk to me, and I responded to him in a delirium of mess and confusion. And he said, "We're going to the ER immediately." And came back with leukemia. They started me on chemos. They started me on a bunch of antibiotics, but the chemo wasn't exactly working. So my oncologist decided that he wanted to try me with CAR T cell therapy. And it worked. Leukemia Lymphoma Society was this unforeseen blessing because I wouldn't have been able to get CAR T cell therapy. We are about 9 months post-transplant and feeling very healthy, strong, and I live.
To give or get help, visit LLS.org.
QFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time for
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And yes, Kiss the Cook, we have not verified this to be true. I don't know if we have a place. Let me just also remind you, competitive eating is not a sport. It is not a qualified sport. So, of course, it's on the ESPN. But your question, we still do not have an official answer to. Does the Nathan hot dog eating contest have a vomitarium for the contestants? Is it a personal vomitarium? Is it a trough-like structure? Is it just a row of porta potties? I don't know the answers. I don't have those answers. And this is a competition, not a sport. So I don't know if there's a league. I don't know if there's insurance. I don't know if these people are paid to appear. I have no idea what happens other than just a whole lot of ickiness. So
We'll look that up for you, Kiss the Cook, but I don't know if we're going to get an answer on that. The Jet says, is there such a thing as a skirt cough? I guess if you're wearing a skirt, yes. I guess that would make sense. 888-368-1580. Before the top of the hour there, we were talking about old Tiger Woods. He's going to play the Open. And just the other day here, today actually, he finished tied for 39th at the JP McManus Pro-Am. Shuffle. He won the thing. Xander
Schauffele.
Won the thing, and there's Tiger Woods in 39th. So is he taking this seriously or not?
Well,
oh damn it! There goes Randy again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we've lost Randy. We shouldn't take this seriously, right, Keon? I mean, it's just a Pro-Am. It's nothing to, or is this a sort of a preview for something that might happen later?
I think that it's a little bit of a preview, but I think, it's more of a tune-up than anything. It's, I've taken time off. Let me get back into the swing of things, get my form right, all of that stuff. Maybe even try some new stuff. So I don't want to take it too seriously because
got 9 days.
Yeah, it's not a major. So I don't know how seriously Tiger brought the intensity to that, as opposed to let me knock some rust off in a competitive environment.
Yeah, whether he brought the score or not, he brought the crowds out. They're out there cheering Tiger, Tiger. So he's always going to be a draw, but I don't know if he's going to be really high up in his game. I'd like to see him do better than he's done lately, because it's got to be about progression. You go to the Masters, you go to this, you go to that, and you see, okay, well, we didn't make that cut. Ooh, we did make this cut. Hopefully everything is going to go in a positive direction for him. I think he's had a fair amount of time to rest. I don't know if he commented on his fatigue, but he was like, geez, he said a year ago, if you asked my surgeons if I would ever golf again, they probably would have said no. So the fact that I'm out here playing golf again, whether it's a major or not, here I am playing 2 major championships this year. So it's progress in whatever progress. He says he does have a good view. He says, I'll always be able to play golf. I'll always, be able to play, but will I be able to play at this level? That is what the question is. What are we working towards? Where are we going with this? How are we progressing? So, yeah, he's got a very, sort of down to earth idea on this. He's
very self-aware.
He's like, I'm back and I'm Tiger. He's just like, no, I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm working on it. I'm confident. I don't go out there if I think I can't win. But
it's got to be obvious to Tiger the same way it's obvious to the rest of us that it's not that he can't play. It's how long can he play? Can he play at a high level for all 4 days of a golf tournament? We've seen him go as long as 2 days playing at a high level, but we've just never seen him string all 4 days together since the injury.
He says, it's been hard. I've had some difficult days, some days where moving off the couch is even a hell of a task, and that's just the way it is. He says, I'm just thankful for all the support I've gotten, my treatment staff, all my surgeons who are repairing this leg and keeping it. He's just happy to have the leg, whether he can golf on it or not. That's just, everything is bonus. So, remember that, temper your expectations. Randy is right when he sees everybody lose their minds and sort of like, I'm betting Tiger. Well, you just hand me your money because you're not going to get it back anyway. I'll take that.
Vegas loves Tiger more than any human on earth, I bet, just because of the amount of money.
Sending him thank you cards.
They might even send him a cut.
Little gift certificates to the buffet. They're like, please, Tiger. I think we got Randy back, by the way. 888-368-1580. So whatever happens at the Open, just hope to see improvement. How's that? Just temper those expectations. Screaming Eagle says, what do you think the chances are of the Phoenix Suns getting Kevin Durant? Why do you guys keep trying to push us in that conversation? We're almost there. Almost there, Doctor. We'll get there. The other thing that I want to talk about before we do jump in on the NBA, we're going to take a little pit stop with the WNBA. And the only reason is to talk about an American who's still in Russia and still on trial for having a little bit of, what was it? A little THC in her vape cartridge or something.
I believe it was hashish oil.
Hashish oil. And they've just made a big deal out of it. She's a political prisoner. Make no mistake, this is the kind of thing that if this wasn't all going on with the Ukraine, never would have been a thing. Never would have even been a thing. And I've even said on the show, I would almost guarantee you in the past, she was told, no, it's okay to bring that because you're high profile. We'll get you through. Everything's crooked and dirty in Russia.
And of course, the actual charge for what she had, the amount that she had, is just a fine.
She had a teeny little bit, but they said, well, clearly you're getting ready to sell that. You're going to distribute widely.
All 0.7 of a gram.
Right. So, the thing is, her best course of action is to plead guilty, and that way there can be some sort of a negotiation that'll help her get her out of there. The problem is the perception right now, and this is rough on her family and on her wife, on the whole situation. And I hope somebody has taken her aside and said, you just have to understand how leverage works. You have to understand how this game gets played. And because Sherelle Greiner is upset. She says, talking about the president, saying, I haven't heard from him. And honestly, it's very disheartening. Well, maybe that was something she was told to say, because it doesn't matter who is in the White House, whether it was your man Trump or your guy Joe Biden. It doesn't matter. If he were to talk to her wife and make a bigger deal out, that just weakens the position in trying to negotiate to get her back. Because if the White House acts a certain way and plays into that hand too much, then the Russians are going to want more. So they have to sort of be like, well, we don't care about her either. To get her back sooner, you have to pretend like you don't care. It's all a big dumb game. And the problem right now is it's very likely what they want in return is a Russian man named Victor Bout, who's serving a 25-year sentence for financing terrorists. So you have a terrorist and you have a basketball player. Doesn't seem like an even trade.
Do we want to put a terrorist back out into the world to get Brittany Griner back? And that's a tough call. I really, and I also understand, as much as you said, it's a big dumb game, I can also understand just her family's frustration with it.
Oh yeah.
Because that's your loved one. Sure. No one cares about the game. Just get her back. But it's more complicated than that.
Somebody needs to quietly take the family aside and say, listen, of course we care. We're doing everything we can. It's not just lip service, but if we publicly are to do these things, or if they find out that the president talked to you directly, then it weakens the position to try to get her home sooner. And it's tough to hear. It's tough to consider, but it's just the way it is. I'd be saying the same thing no matter who is in office. You can't be too hard on the office of whoever's in the White House, because this is the way they have to handle this. Because you show any amount of weakness, you show any amount of too much care. Oh, now they want 2 terrorists. Now they want 3 terrorists. You know what I'm saying? And then Brittany never gets out. I feel for the family so much, but you also have to understand this is how this whole stupid thing works. And poor Brittany Griner, you read the letter that she sent out, to President Biden about all this, and it's heartbreaking. She's terrified. She also is feeling maybe isolated and alone. And she's like, I voted for the first time in 2020. I voted for you. I believe in you. And she's basically like, but hey, please don't forget me here. She feels terrified that's where she's going to be for 20 years, maybe the rest of her life. She has no way of really knowing, because the information flow between her and us is highly restricted and constricted. So it's a heartbreaking thing, and I hope they figure this thing out soon. But you gotta, I don't know. I mean, you'd ask her, yes, anything it takes, get me the hell out of her. And any one of us would say the same thing. Mm-hmm. But okay, a guy who's going to finance terrorists who murder, kill, maim, do horrible things in exchange for you, as Keon says, releasing another super duper bad guy out into the world. We can't do that. We can't make that. We have to do something else.
And maybe they might wind up making that concession, but at least I think they should try not to as much as possible. That's where it comes down. Like maybe if you act aloof enough and you play the game correctly, you might be able to get them to agree to release somebody else who is potentially less dangerous. So I kind of understand the tightrope that they have to walk, and it's just crappy. I feel really bad for Brittany Griner.
Right. As far as trades go, there has to be some equities in this, or else it doesn't make sense. So hopefully they get this thing going. But the harder the American side pushes, the least likely you are to get her back. It's all about leverage.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Russians kind of have it all in this particular case right now. So
yep,
that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let this be a lesson to everybody involved. Anybody who goes into a foreign country, even if you're told, nah, it's okay, don't ever give them a reason. Oh my God, this right here is just, it ain't right. None of this is right, and I hope she comes home very, very soon. But just you got to just kind of move easy and nice with something like this, or we may never see her again. 888-368-1580. Cardinal Art says, tuned in as usual. May I please have a cold brew, please, Randy, and hope you guys had a hell of a 4th. It was a day off. Yeah.
No one's gonna
couple days off.
That. Yeah. It wasn't bad. Yeah. Wasn't bad at all. Got caught up on Stranger Things and some other little shows, Built the Gate and all that stuff. I don't know. I think I had a pretty good weekend, actually, if I think about it. Navy Brad says, for the hot dog eating contest, they have trash cans nearby. Well, that's not very fancy, is it?
It's just trash cans.
Fed Fan says, the conviction rate in Russia, 99%. And even if you don't get convicted, they can come back and just charge you again. Well, not if you're out of the country, because as soon as they get her out, don't ever go back.
Yeah, I don't care how much money is over there. Just let it go.
Mm-hmm. Random Texter says, actually, Jeffrey, you said the sky was the limit with the conversation today. So the head coach for the WNBA Chicago Sky was named Coach of the Month of June today.
It's a very good basketball team.
What's her or his name? I don't. Stop it, Random Texter. Baby Got Dak says, hi, guys. Hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th. We're 65 days from kickoff of the NFL season. Really? Boy, it seemed like we were just 80 the other day. Is that true? 65? Oh, that's a more manageable amount of days. That's good. That's 2 months.
Is that first game or first pregame?
Yeah, Baby Got Dak. Which one is that? Because I thought it was more than that. Preseason don't count. Hamilton Porter says the movie Lord of War is based on that guy's life. He's a bad, bad man, if you've seen it. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember him in that. Or the character.
Well, yeah, it was Nicolas Cage that was playing the guy in the movie. I didn't realize that was the guy that was that
Nicolas Cage wasn't funding terrorists. He was arming terrorists or whoever would buy the stuff. So are you talking about the warlord guy?
Yeah, because the guy that the Russians want back, that was his thing. He was just funding them.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't matter because he's funding them. So.
No, that's just as bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, I heard Kevin Durant was looking for a trade. Russia might go for that deal. Send Kevin Durant to Russia for Brittany Griner. You know what? That'd be very nice of him. That'd be very gentlemanly. That'd be
of him to offer himself as
I'll go. And then Russia says, we keep both. It's good. Welcome to Russia. You sit there. Well, we don't see her back. We never said that. Big George says, Randy, glad you brought this up. Here's your case status update.
Okay.
Randy White versus Seattle Hockey Partners, DBA, doing business as the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
He said, I sent a cease and desist letter, have not heard back from the team or the owners. My next step would be to file a lawsuit against the Seattle Kraken in the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington, alleging copyright, trademark, and patent infringements. Do you have copies of the patent that you filed for the Kraken with the United States Patent and Trademark Office?
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah,
Patent?
Did you file for this?
Yeah.
He has copies of...
I got pictures I used, and I got my old, I can bring up my old fantasy record where I showed that I used the name.
I can show you the history of the league.
Yeah.
I can show you that.
Well, we probably don't want to show the history of the league,
It hadn't worked out great for any of us. No.
Patent.
Yeah. Says once he gets that documentation, you can file the lawsuit and get you justice, Randy.
Patent. Let me see here. Must be here somewhere. Patent.
I don't think it's gonna be on a yellow legal pad, Randy.
No.
Just probably got to find a folder. You get a receipt. That looks like a Costco receipt. Yeah.
Me. I'll look during the break, see if I can come up with the.
Okay. By the way,
This thing.
pro tip: if
Yeah.
you ever run out of toilet paper, you go buy a stick of gum at CVS, and they'll give you a receipt that's like about 12 feet long.
Nice.
You're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're good to go.
It's more than you need. Fun fact,
Mhm.
and I don't know how many people know this. The actual distance between the Earth and the Sun is 2 CVS receipts.
That's actually true. And
Nah.
that even holds true at its further distance from the sun in its orbit. So yeah, no, that's absolutely the truth. Baby Got Dak says first game, no preseason kickoff, September 9th. Wow. Time sure flies when you're having something. Number one Rattlers fan says, hey, huge win this last Saturday over Naz. I think that's Northern Arizona. Keon, we going to get a beer at the game?
One of these days that I'm not working here, making sure that it's broadcast out to people.
And by the way,
for
you gotta be there Sunday.
Yeah, I all in the calendar.
Just want to make sure you knew that.
Mhm.
Right there. Yeah. Random texter says, no BS, Jeffrey. Coach James Wade of the Chicago Sky was named Coach of the Month. She's got a weird name. Navy Brad says the Russians are. I can't read that. But you're correct. I can't read that out loud, but you are correct. All right, guys, we come back. Let's talk about the NBA and what's happening with free agency. What is the possibilities of things to happen with Kevin Durant and other assorted NBA stuff? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Yes! Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl. The Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season, you'd better think again. The NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more. Football is always in season here. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Your home for football.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Boogie says August 4th, 2022, 30 days away. Hall of Fame game. I don't care if it's a preseason game between the Jags and Raiders. I'm ready for it. Yeah, it's not real. It's just preseason. But yeah, we'll all watch it, Boogie. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm not excited about August 4th. I'm excited about September 9th. That's what we've all been waiting for. And with all the changes in the league, this quarterback going there, this dude going over here, wide receivers going over there, there's been a good deal of shakeup in what you're used to seeing. So this is going to be fun. It'll be exciting to see, except for the Jags and Raiders. Nothing's exciting there. But I mean, in general, it'll be exciting in September, I think. Is there anything exciting about the Jags and the Raiders at all? Keon, I don't think so. I mean, Hairboy, Trevor Lawrence might show something.
I mean, the Raiders are just interesting in general, and the Jags. Yeah, you've got Doug Peterson showing up there, so I am interested in seeing if Doug Peterson can get more out of Trevor Lawrence. The running back that they drafted alongside Trevor Lawrence last year, Travis Etienne, got injured in preseason, never played. It'd be cool to see him out there. Do all of the things that they wanted to do with him last year, actually incorporate him, because he's a very Deebo Samuel kind of player.
Deebo Samuel.
You can run him, you can put him out there as a receiver. You can do a lot of things with Travis Etienne.
So Donnie wants to know when the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft is going to be, and we want to do it at the very last moment we can, because we want to be kind to people, trying to avoid those injuries that sometimes happen in the preseason.
Or sudden retirements.
I'm thinking September 3rd, because the first game, wait, that doesn't make sense. September, hold on here. Let me look at the calendar. Wait, September 9th is on a Friday.
It's not
the first game.
It's not on a Thursday. It's usually they do the Thursday night game as that first game, and then Sunday we get the.
Can you check the damn dates? Let's make sure. I mean, if it's a Friday game, it's a Friday game. But I just flipped up the calendar here. If the Saturday, September 3rd is the last Saturday before the season starts, that's when I want to do the draft.
I have September 8th as being the
okay,
first
September 8th. Okay. And if the 3rd don't work, it'd be the 27th, either August 27th or September 3rd. And it also comes to mind, coming out of COVID era, I got 3 trophies I got to create and hand out. One goes to Boogie, one goes to Moist one goes to Noster Marcus. Who was it?
Well, it might have been Conflictus Majoris.
Isn't that Noster Marcus? Conflictus Majoris?
Possibly.
I don't know. I have to go back and look.
It's been a while.
I got to go back and check all that stuff out. So listen, if you want to get in on our Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues, we've got over 10 leagues plus a Premier League, and we'll see if Ralph wants to pony up some cash this year or not. He was pretty bitter after last year. He may not. It may just be back to being a fun league again. But Blender at 1580 The Fanatic, you can send an email there, and I'll put you on the list, and we'll get you into one of our leagues. They're always fun, and might even be some money in it for you. 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow says, I can't wait until September 8th too. Yeah. September 9th is Thunder Snow's birthday. Oh, that's good. So Friday birthday. Oh, that's a good day for a birthday.
Oh yeah.
Friday's a good day for a birthday because you can just get lit up and then you got 2 days to recover. Friday is always a good day for a birthday. 888-368-1580. All right, let's get caught up with the NBA and all the stuff that's been going on. Has there been any breaking NBA news today before I get to this? I don't know if anybody's been dealt, traded, or otherwise.
No, I haven't seen any new news. But this is how it usually goes with NBA free agency. You usually have the initial flurry of everybody's signing somebody, someone's trading somebody, and all of the movement. And then it slows down. And then those heavy hitters, those big names that you're hearing about, the DeAndre Aytons of the world, the Kevin Durant's of the world, then those guys start to move.
All right. Well, since we last spoke, whether you've heard or not, these are the deals. Some more sexy than others. Let's start with Cleveland Cavaliers all-star guard Darius Garland. He's got a 5-year, $193 million max deal, rookie contract with Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay. The Pistons signed Buddy Boeheim to a 2-way contract. I had no idea he went that way. And then Oklahoma City Thunder signed Eugene Omori to a two-way contract. And then this is probably the big one. Zion Williams, we knew he was going to. Well, now he has agreed to a 5-year, 193 max rookie contract with incentives and stuff. Could make as much as 231. Same thing for Garland. Then do we care that Goran Dragic has agreed to a 1-year contract with the Bulls?
It's okay. It's interesting-ish.
Yeah. TJ Warren's got himself a 1-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Wow, they're safe. So all right, I think that what else is going on? Let's see. Kyrie Irving, we all know he opted in. We talked about Harden, and so I guess DeAndre Ayton is the last man out there waiting to see what happens, right? What's the deal? What's the holdup with this?
Well, what's the holdup is, I'm not exactly sure what teams are waiting for. Possibly teams are looking to see if we can get away with not paying the max, then let's not push for it. If somebody comes out and says, hey, you know what, putting the money down, we're offering the max for the sign and trade, then other teams that really want DeAndre Ayton are also going to start to make that move. But I don't think anybody necessarily wants to give up the assets and sign the max. It's a sort of, I pick one. Wait, but if you want to get him from the Suns because he's a restricted free agent, you are going to have to do it. So it's who's going to be the first person to make the offer and sort of set the market for DeAndre Ayton.
It might be telling, hey, DeAndre, you realize nobody's coming for you. Nobody's coming for you. Where's the stampede?
It could be, but I didn't think there was going to be a stampede. He is the person that has all the leverage in this situation, and I think teams just don't want to have to sign him to a max and figure out which one of the players or draft picks that they have that the Suns are going to want to take to give up. And I think that's the part where teams are kind of waffling right now.
All right, so let's say we go through this and nobody comes for him. And so now the Phoenix Suns like smiling. Hey, how you doing? And DeAndre Ayton, what's his next move? Does he sit out? Say, I'm not playing without a new contract?
No, because he doesn't have a contract. So yeah,
I know. I'm just saying, does he, or can the Suns get him cheap?
The Suns might be able to get him cheaper than a max. I still don't know if it's going to be in the ballpark of what they'd be willing to pay, because that's all we've heard from the Suns is
sounds like the Suns have the leverage. The leverage to sit there and just watch and see what happens. And go, okay, DeAndre, what do you want from us?
Well, because the Suns have a ton of leverage too, because he's a restricted free agent. If people come out of the woodworks and they want DeAndre Ayton, the Suns are like, cool. Whatever you do, we'll just match it. And you'll have to trade with us. So the Suns don't really care what happens to DeAndre Ayton, really. And if no one offers him a high enough amount that it's something that the Suns don't feel like they can match, they can go ahead and just bring him right back. What's he going to do?
Says Ayton's harsh reality. Nobody wants him. I don't know if that is.
I don't know that that's true,
but nobody wants them at that price. I've decided the restoration project I want to take on next. I want to get my hands on an old Jeep Wagoneer, a cool one, a lifted one, not like some crappy one. And I don't care about the wood, but it's worth what I'll pay for it. And right now, no, I'm not paying $90,000 for an old ass Jeep Wagoneer. You're out your damn mind. So I'm looking for just the right deal that it works for me. So it's the same thing. It's like, what will the market bear? And if the market's not there, okay, OBO or best offer. And so, yeah, this is a win-win for the Suns. But as you look at this, you have to wonder also some of the slowdown on this could be about a trade, 3-way, 4-way, I don't know how many ways, for Kevin Durant.
I was just going to say that. Would there be some speculation going on behind closed doors? Maybe some phone calls are being made about teams that want to employ DeAndre Ayton. What kind of trade could they make to pick up draft picks and maybe resources that the Nets might bite on? And, bring them here or trade them directly.
Right.
Who knows? I think it's just quiet right now, but I still think there's a lot of activity going on.
Yeah, it takes the Phoenix Suns get Kevin Durant, and then give back a bunch, whatever draft picks, and then they give DeAndre Ayton to another team, who then gives a
player or picks
right
to the Nets.
So,
which is the most likely scenario, because the Suns wouldn't want to give up Devin Booker. Obviously, I mean, you just signed the guy to his max deal, so you're not trying to give up Devin Booker now.
You don't want to give up anything.
No.
Really, you just want to give up draft picks and work a third or fourth team into the mix somehow. There won't be a fourth. It's just the third team. There's a lot of different ideas on how this could work for the Suns to get, for Kevin Durant to find his way to another team. But there doesn't seem like a whole lot of talk about it being the Suns.
Yeah. And part of it is because the odds of him going anywhere, Kevin, low. He's going to command a lot. And I think teams that want Kevin Durant don't want to get Kevin Durant at the cost of being able to win right now. They don't want to trade for Kevin Durant and then have to rebuild a little bit. The whole point of getting Kevin Durant is
now.
Yeah, we can win a title with this dude right now. So we don't want to give up a lot of our pieces. So with the third team, a lot of the talk out there is that it's the Jazz could be the third team because they did just deal Rudy Gobert. But you still have Donovan Mitchell. Maybe they don't want to start an entire rebuild with Donovan Mitchell. If you go and get DeAndre Ayton, you get a center that I think fits more with what Donovan Mitchell would like, which is just, hey, here's somebody who can take some pressure off of me, because Rudy Gobert couldn't do that. Donovan would have to be the guy that had to score late in games, or just wasn't going to happen. Maybe you go get DeAndre Ayton. That's a better pair, and you don't have to start over from scratch. And then the Jazz have picks that they can give up and still not feel like they're blowing up their entire team.
Well, Cardinal Art and Fed Fan both say the same thing. Yes, Ayton to Utah, no trade value. Utah has assets courtesy of Minnesota. Fed Fan says yes, Ayton to Utah, KD to Phoenix, Donovan Mitchell to the Nets. Done. All right. So if that's out there as a possibility, when are we going to hear something?
Really, I think we're going to hear something when
the Nets feel like it.
The Nets decide what they're doing with Kevin Durant. If the Nets just pull back and go, you know what, we haven't seen any offers that we like. Screw you guys, we're out of this.
Should the Nets like the offer that was just brought up about the Phoenix Suns here, Donovan Mitchell to the Nets?
Well, that's speculation. I don't know if that's been presented to the Nets.
Well, if it had been, is that an attractive deal, or is it like a?
Well, if they get Donovan Mitchell back and picks, that's a very attractive deal for them. I don't know that the Jazz would give up Donovan Mitchell if they make the move for Ayton, because the idea would be put those two guys together.
Who's got a better deal right now than the Suns? Who do you think has a better shot at winning the Kevin Durant, sweepstakes?
Well, you've got options with the Miami Heat, just with the amount of players that they have that are quality young role players. That might be interesting to the Nets. And then, you stink for a year and go out and draft a guy, and you've already got a quality team around him, because the Nets have got Kyle Lowry, they've got Duncan Robinson, they've got Tyler Hero, they've even got Seth Curry. So they're just a bunch of dudes that they can just throw at the Nets and say, here's a bunch of young, talented guys. And maybe none of these people are superstars, but they are quality players. And if you're able to land one in the draft with any of the picks we might give you, or your own picks, then that's what, they'd be, I think, highly interested in doing. There's a Clippers deal out there where, maybe you're the Clippers and you just go, Kawhi never plays. Let's go get Kevin Durant and put him with Paul George, along with some of the other pieces that we've got. And then if you're the Nets, now you've got Kawhi Leonard, which is,
do you?
Well, you have the contract of Kawhi Leonard. Mm-hmm. Does he actually play? Is he actually ever healthy? All of that stuff. But you've at least got the contract of Kawhi Leonard, which right now, Kawhi would be interested in playing for whoever had his contract. Where Kevin is currently not interested in playing for you, despite the fact that you have his.
I wonder where Vegas is with this. Do we have like an odds sheet on where Kevin Durant might end up? It might give you a little insight, because a lot of these guys, these broken nose fellas, kind of know stuff. You know what I mean? They kind of seem to know what's what. They have the inside track. You know what I'm saying? The mafia knows things, as I'm trying to tell you people. They know.
Anyway, Navy Brad says, back in my Navy days, I took a picture of a Russian destroyer with a weapon system the West never saw. My film was confiscated. Well, no kidding. Donnie says, at first I was mad about the Timberwolves giving up the farm. Today, top 4 seed, LFG, he says. Good God, here comes the Minnesota stuff.
Well, you knew it was coming, right?
Yeah. Is there anything I got to worry about with Minnesota, or is it going to be the same kind of thing as last year? You know, Timberwolves going to be worth a damn?
Well, they should be better.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much better.
The Vikings, so I got to worry about that mess?
I mean, I feel like the Vikings are the same team.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there any other Minnesota sports that we need to worry about? The Gophers? No, I don't think we need to worry about the Gophers.
Randy,
Okay,
how are the
Donnie.
Twins?
It's going to just be just remember everything that was said last year, Donnie, and just replay that in your head. That's the way it's going to go for you again.
Twins are leading the Central right now, so
there's that.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're in the upper conversation for World Series, aren't they?
Well,
but it's Minnesota.
They're there.
So
They're there. They still have a long way to go.
Yeah, probably won't happen. 888-368-1580. It was Keon's looking up the Vegas odds. It seems like this is a deep dive to find those odds.
Just from a reliable place. Some odds did come up, but I didn't want to get.
I know, Randy, you don't have the Disney Plus, right? You don't watch Disney Plus.
No, I don't have the Disney Plus. No.
Okay. One of the things I've been meaning to get around to watching, because, you know, I think enough time has been passed from Giannis Antetokounmpo whooping up on the Suns in the finals a year ago. Rise, the story of the Antetokounmpos on the Disney Plus, and it's a story of their struggle to get here to the United States, as the struggle that the family had, and the story behind Giannis Antetokounmpo, basically.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to watch it, but I didn't know if anybody else had seen it. I know Keon hasn't. I haven't. You haven't. Has anyone out there watched the Giannis Antetokounmpo miniseries on the Disney Plus? I'm curious.
Is it a series? Is it a series of
I think
yeah.
it's just a movie.
Oh, is it just a movie? I thought it was like a limited series. I think it's a show. I don't think it's a movie. I think it's a show. If I'm wrong, whatever. I don't care. Has anybody seen it? Is it? Should I watch it? Is it, or am I just gonna be like, whatever? You know, are there like the singing birds and crap? Is there like cartoon animals?
There's no.
It's on the Disney Plus.
I've seen the trailer. There are no cartoon animals.
I've seen no.
Very live action.
I've seen no Bambi animals. Nothing like that. No.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know if it's any good, super fans of the Fourth Dimension. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to waste my time watching it or not. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, on the way, there is some NFL to talk about and other things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can really control your savings. Because when you drive less, you save more with pay per mile. So you're really in control of your savings, only paying for the miles you drive. Yeah, life is good when you're in the driver's seat. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Not available in every state. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161, or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Are your kids enrolled in school? Their future depends on what they're learning right now. Find an Arizona school near you at azed.gov. Make sure your kids get the academic support they need. Plus, give them community care whenever it's crucial, with meal programs, counseling, and more. Find an Arizona school near you at azed.gov or call 602-542-7378. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
1580 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for sports.
Baseball season in full swing here. I guess spring is done, isn't it? Anyway, baseball season in full swing here. As a matter of fact, we're headed up to the All-Star break, and you can go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays. Hey, today's Dinger Tuesday on the FanDuel Sportsbook. You can go yard. You can pick your own home run hitter. Just get $5 for every home run hit by both teams is what FanDuel will pay you. All customers get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on MLB Tuesday games. The best part about the Dinger Tuesdays, even if your bet loses, FanDuel still pay you $5 for every home run. And by the way, yonder, I can't think of his last name. For the Astros, boy, he's having a year. Yonder
over there? You mean
Yonder Alvarez.
Way off yonder?
Is that his name? Yeah. Oh, he hit a walk-off last night. And the Astros have been playing some exciting ball. Yeah, okay, they're cheaters. They've got cheaters. Yordan, there you go. Yordan Alvarez. There it is, not Yonder. Yordan Alvarez. That'd be a guy you might want to focus in on.
Yordan over yonder.
Yordan Alvarez. Christian Walker with the Diamondbacks. He's been hitting some bombs. How about that kid, Darren? He's the new kid. He's come up and has been swinging the bat really well.
There was that one Darren, and then now, like out of nowhere, there was completely different Darren.
I'm having
that guy is doing great.
It's a Tuesday / Monday here, and I am having a hard time with my
it's Tunday.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter. Turn big swings into big wins. No better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sports book. Now, what is that guy's name? Derek Hall. That's it. It's not Derek Hall, the president of the Diamondbacks. Derek Hall is a ball player that has come up, and he 3 of his first 4 ABs were home runs. It's just incredible.
That's amazing.
So you might want to Derek Hall, look him up. That might be a guy who put $25 to hit a home run back. But of course, also Aaron Judge. He's having a spectacular year. Anyway, head over to your FanDuel Sportsbook account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using promo code Randy1580. Again, that's Randy1580 at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Got to be 21 or older. Present in Arizona. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right, we have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news here on the Daily Blender.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
Word has just come in that President Joe Biden has read the handwritten letter from Brittany Griner. He has read the letter.
he fell asleep no less than 4 times during the time he read the letter. Of course, if this was a Trump joke, I'd say the letter has been read to President Trump. So, see, I can do both sides. You know what I'm saying? I can do jokes on both sides. But
So you're saying you go both ways?
yeah, I go both ways, humorously. So they say this is very personal to him. Now you just see the press conference now where he walks up behind her and smells her hair. Just like, welcome home, Brittany. It's like, oh God, it's still good to be home though. So yeah,
I believe if he were to walk up behind Brittany Griner, if I'm not mistaken, he would only come up to about her clavicle.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk about what it'll smell then. So anyway, he's read the letter is the point of it. So hopefully, I don't know, somebody will tell him to do something. I don't know what happens next. 888-368-1580. I was asking if anybody had seen the Giannis Antetokounmpo show or movie or whatever the hell it is on the Disney Plus. To my surprise, Radio Run has texted in and said, I watched it. It's a movie and it was good. They did use a bunch of short actors to make the actor playing Giannis Antetokounmpo appear taller. He says, that's not a spoiler, right?
I figured that's
no,
how
it's
I was
not a
gonna-
spoiler.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd have to use. Seriously, did Disney use all of the money on Obi-Wan and the Marvel Universe or something?
Yes.
Because I feel like you don't need to hire a bunch of midgets to make a guy look tall.
I don't know. I just think that when it comes to
they weren't midgets. I'm sorry, Keon. They were the Mouseketeers.
I thought that one looked like a net. I guess different money for different things. Fed Fan says, "Oh, NFL talk later. My prayers have been answered."
I have never seen a person as good at fantasy football that just doesn't care
and picks
quite like Fed Fan. I'm a little upset about it.
She's just chosen something to complain about. So, all right. Well, Radio Ron at least says the Giannis Antetokounmpo Broadway musical on Disney is good.
Quite honestly, I find it hard to believe that Radio Ron has any time on the weekend or any other time. You know, with the Sons of Apathy, bowling the 300 game with the what are they called? The Richards. What was the Johnsons?
The Slinging Johnsons.
The Slinging Johnsons or something. I find it hard to believe that he has a spare moment anywhere aside from running the mega network that is CRC Broadcast.
Well, he's a busy man, but we all need downtime. You know, we all need downtime.
I'm
and trying
sorry,
to find good stuff to watch is sometimes
I find it
a
hard to
challenge.
believe that.
Between the Sons of Apathy and reprising his role on that bowling team is Hugh Johnson.
Yeah, Hugh Johnson.
Huge. How could he have the time?
So, let me tell you, my wife and I are very busy people too. And one of the things that we've been watching, and thank God, at first when I saw Only Murders in the Building, or even like Letterkenny, what are these 25-minute episodes? Well, that's a ripoff. Why don't they just put them together and make it one episode, And then we're so busy, we're lucky if we get to watch 25 minutes worth of anything on any given night. And so now I'm like, well, thank you, Steve Martin. Thank you, Martin Short, for keeping it short.
It does feel good, especially when you compare it to. And I haven't seen the new Stranger Things yet, but I was told the last episode's like a movie, basically.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours long before that the little girl dies. 888-368-1580.
Jeffrey,
I have not.
You've done it again.
Well, if you ain't seen it by now, it's on you.
It just came out this year. Okay,
may have done it again, Jeffrey.
Sorry,
spoiled it.
We can't hit the dump button. Is it too late? Oh, sorry, everybody. We were talking about how old Joey Chestnut is choking down them hot dogs and choking out protesters and stuff like that. And when I make hot dogs, I put them on the grill or I just shove them in the microwave till they explode. Then I put them in a bun. That's how I do it to make sure they're cooked. Okay. I don't. Is anybody still boiling them? Anybody still boiling in hot dogs?
No, I haven't heard of that. No.
That used to be how we made the hot dog. You boil the hot dogs.
Yeah.
And I know that the hot dog vendors, they just put them in the hot boiling water there, and that's how you get the cooked hot dogs.
Yeah, well, yeah, they put them on those rollers too.
Roller things. Yeah. Dry them out, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess somebody has finally come up with something that we could use that leftover hot dog water for. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for this. Thought maybe
it would fuel a new kind of car. Well, we don't have to get a lithium battery. We don't have to use fossil fuels. We just put the hot dog water in the tank. There you go.
Okay.
Drive that son of a bitch down the road. It'll smell good too.
Well, let's get on that. Let's get the staff on that.
But that's not what happened. But a brewery in Fort Worth, Texas, called Martin House Brewing Company, they've released a hard seltzer, and that's your first mistake, brewed from hot dog water.
What?
Yeah, a hard seltzer that has been brewed from leftover hot dog water called Awesome Sauce Bun Length 5.2 ABV seltzer made with leftover water from 52 pounds of boiled hot dogs. That's actually, they've 53 would be too much. 50 wouldn't be enough. We need 52
Exactly,
pounds.
52. Yeah.
Yeah.
A calibrated 52 pounds.
And what they say is it tastes like a boozy hot dog. Unfortunately, not available in stores yet. They're unveiling it in an event on July 16th. And, they also have it on draft and in cans, that sort of thing.
You said unfortunately, and I think we're all fortunate.
Well, no, it's unfortunate because that crap might find its way out of that town. I think using leftover hot dog water is an abomination of anything.
Yeah. Or the water of anything that you've boiled. When you're done, just throw it out.
Or, put it in canisters and drop it on the enemy,
Okay, that's
now
also
there we
fair
go.
use.
Yeah,
that's fair use.
Yeah, throw that on somebody. Yeah.
But if you're drinking hard seltzer anyway, that's on you. You know what I mean? It's I got no sympathies for you. It is on you. Tuck says the only way I eat my hot dogs are boiled. Wow, you're the only person I know. How does that help?
My mom, who's dead now.
Yeah.
She used to boil the hot dogs.
Can we get her on the show? I'd like to ask her about this.
She's dearly departed. Yeah.
If we bring a psychic in,
maybe like a medium, some sort of like an intercessor,
medium, extra large. I'm not going to fat shame anybody. So,
yeah. Well,
so your dearly departed deceased mom,
she would boil the hot dogs. Oh yeah.
Yeah. She didn't have a microwave, or
she had a microwave. She was a bit old school though. Yeah. Now, when I was a latchkey kid, mom and dad worked. Of course, dad was off the air early in the morning, and he would go find the local watering hole.
And get to work on something there.
He'd get all lubricated before the next show. Right. But when I used the microwave, mom, she had this the same pot that she used. One of those Corningware pots, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Had the fleur de lis or whatever the hell it was,
the same
on it. Yeah, all over it. And she would fill that up with the hot dogs in the water. Yeah.
What if you got a microwave? Fed Fan says she eats boiled hot dogs too. All right. So Tuck, Fed Fan, why? Does it make it taste better? It can't. I mean, there's nothing better than a grilled dog. I'll fight any woman who says otherwise. But
I do parboil my brats, but I put them in beer though.
All right. Well, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I'm not judging. I'm just curious why you would opt to boil a hot dog. It seems, I don't know. I thought we'd evolved past that, but Ookla says he'll occasionally boil the old dogs. Hopefully he means hot dogs. Fed Fan says, no, I just, I grew up eating them that way. All right. Fair enough. I did too when I was a kid. I don't think we had a microwave until later in my childhood. So, okay. Well, if you want to, blast from the past, help yourself out to some of that leftover hot dog water hard seltzer. Enjoy. But because by God, I need to be drunk first, not drunk after. Before I would even think, no, it's hard seltzer, so I'm out. I'm done. Hey, by the way, Radio Ron, he went to Michigan State.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Michigan State finally stepping up and doing something that I've been talking about that needs to be done for years.
Oh, they're erecting a statue of Ron there on the campus, are they?
Not yet. That's in progress. But right now, they have looked at the useless kids who are coming out of everybody's houses into college who don't know how to do anything. We don't call them millennials anymore, right? But there's something else. This old new batch of useless snowflakes coming out. Michigan State has started offering Adulting 101 summer courses. And because everybody's leaving home and having no idea how to do anything. Michigan State, here's the Adulting 101 schedule. July 12th, you'll learn how to get organized. Learn about various digital tools to help you stay organized. July 19th, home food preservation. Learning what foods need to be refrigerated or not refrigerated, or, how you don't spoil a cupboard full of food. July 26th, the informed renter, knowing your rights and responsibilities as a tenant. And then August 2nd, the healthy you, and teaching you how to be more healthy, I guess, as you go off. But this doesn't even scratch the surface. I think math is a big one. Forget about trigonometry and calculus. Teach these kids how to keep their bank account balanced. I said the other day, we got to teach that kid how to balance a checkbook. And he's like, what the hell's a check? It's a different economy now, but still, you need to budget. You need to understand how to budget money. So it's great Michigan State is doing what high schools everywhere should have already been doing.
Yep, agreed.
That's what we need to do for the future of this country. All right, guys, we come back. We're talking NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Dale Hellestrade from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
If you have certain chronic conditions such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older,
52, 36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
Living with chronic pain isn't really living at all. So why don't you do something about it?
I just learned to deal with the pain. I mean, I don't want to go through a long, agonizing surgery.
Or some doctor will just put me on meds for eternity. I don't like taking medication. Avoid both of those with regeneration injection therapy. It's non-invasive and, in most cases, with only a single injection, you're on your way to pain-free life.
Regeneration injection therapy is just one of many effective alternative therapies at the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale. Our naturopathic medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We often help people who have not found relief with other treatments. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Justin O'Brien, alongside Randy White.
Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, well, I hate to start the hour this way, but there's another quarterback who's getting exposed by a female worker. Yes, I would say this is breaking news, but, well, we'll start the hour with this. Kyler Murray, his former hairdresser, I guess, is upset with this quarterback. Apparently, this hairdresser by the name of Swanee, she's not very happy because Murray asked her to wear something special. He sent her a request saying, "Listen, I'd like you to come by the house, and I'd like you to wear a little something special for me."
And that would be
pants.
Why do I feel like this is a setup?
Well, he wanted to wear pants. And while she worked on his hair, I guess his girlfriend was like, "Well, she's not dressed appropriately when she comes over. Kyler, could you please have her put on some damn pants?" So he's like, "Hey, Swanee, when you come Thursday, could you wear some pants?" And she's like, "Well, I don't want to wear pants. I want to wear what I want to wear. Why the bleep do I have to wear pants? If you can't control your eyes, that's one thing. If your girlfriend is insecure, that's her problem. I'm 29 damn years old. You're 22. I'm a mom of 4. I work out every day. I service you whenever you want, and you want me to wear pants? Well, you could bleep off."
Oh boy.
So I guess you quit.
Bleep off.
So those little Coolio twirly, what do you call those things? Where the way he wears his hair. You remember Coolio was the first one. Damn it, you're not old enough to remember Coolio.
I mean, I vaguely remember Coolio.
Yeah, I don't know.
About to make me lose my mind. Anyway, the yarn, the what do you call that? Is there a name for that hairstyle?
Dreads?
No, they're not dreads. It's like they're braided into like little yarn things, and they're sticking up out of you. You've seen.
I know
Murray's
what
hair.
I know what you're talking about.
No, I'm
I
talking
just
to
don't know.
Randy. I know you know. We just don't know the name of it, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they're called. I don't know either.
Okay,
So, 'cause
well,
I've never
then
had
I don't feel bad not knowing, but whatever it is, Swanee was the one doing it, so now they're gonna look rough because he's not getting it done. But I gotta say, I don't blame Kyler Murray for this. I think she's an idiot. This is probably a big payday for her to go over to that house and braid his hair, I guess. Yeah.
I bet it's not.
I bet he pays her handsomely for that.
Yeah, but I bet she gets paid. I bet she's, there's a reason why she ended up at Kyler Murray's house.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, she better have a big clientele.
Yeah, her clientele is probably upper echelon clientele.
If you've got enough clients that you've got options, and someone is trying to enforce a dress code, and you're basically a freelance worker,
well,
if you can tell them to bleep off, I don't know.
And then also, there's probably now, having read this, a new client in Cleveland. It's just she can.
Oh
no.
Have
you met Deshaun? So
I hope you don't.
Swanee, well, I think she blew it. I think that I get what you're saying. Maybe she doesn't need to, but well, what's the harm? What's the harm in putting on a nice pair of jeans or some slacks, or I don't know, or like wearing some sort of a dress or something?
I don't know that there's any harm.
It doesn't. You're dealing with the sensitivities of somebody, and well, why not? Why is that a big deal to you?
I think it's just a big deal to her because she just feels like she wants her autonomy. Because your girlfriend is jealous is not a reason for me to have to suddenly have a dress code for you. And apparently she felt like either the money was something she could walk away from, either because she's got enough other clients elsewhere. But she's just like, no, I
feel like
want to be able to wear what I
thing-
want to wear.
The smart thing would have done to not go public with it. Say, well, I'm not coming over if I can't wear what I want. Good luck to you. And that's it. And not going public with it, because now she looks difficult. And maybe somebody who would have hired her is like, okay, she's an ass. Forget that chick. I ain't doing it. I'll get somebody else. But it's not very professional. Somebody has a request. I don't think it's so far out of the bounds of what's right and wrong to ask somebody. You're like, hey, you come by the house, maybe not the short shorts.
Yeah, it's just a thing that men don't have to worry about. That women get told that they have to dress a certain way, and it's just.
Well, I said that everybody in the damn control room, if I'm around, better be wearing pants. There's nothing wrong with that. I would donuts to dollars right now that Keon's in shorts.
I
You
am
insubordinate.
never wear shorts to work.
Oh, good man. Good man.
Good Lord.
All right.
But no,
You better
but,
snitch on anybody who does.
But the difference between that is like I work for an employer that has a dress code. She's working freelance, and so she's just like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I think that's one of the perks of working that kind of job.
Fine. And if you want to say no, say no. But why does she have to light this guy up? All he says is, "Hey, Sammy, when you come Thursday, could you wear pants, please?" And that was it. And then she just went crazy on him.
I don't know if she went crazy. I just think she just didn't appreciate being told what to wear. It's an important enough issue for her, so she just went public with it. I would not have, but I understand where she's coming from.
Well, I understand where Kyler's coming from.
Okay.
Can't believe I just said that. That's weird to say out loud. It's the only thing I think I could agree with him on, the way he's been acting lately. Let's see. Good Cat says, hey, I get the hype over Kevin Durant. He's good, but I think we're all forgetting that the only title he was able to win was with an already established title-winning team. He didn't win a title with Russ and Harden or Kyrie or Harden. How can we crown him as the missing piece when he hasn't proven he can take an on-the-verge team to the championship and win a ring? Well, here's the thing. If you watch him, he's a damn good player. He's a damn good player. And yes, he is the sort of player that could push you over the top. Just because he hasn't been in that role yet, doesn't mean he can't do it. I do believe he could actually do that.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any reason to believe that he can't be that guy.
Wouldn't you like to see what happens though? I mean,
Right.
wouldn't you like to see a guy of KD's, a caliber come in here with a fully realized Phoenix Suns team? This guy's a veteran. He's been there. He's done that. Wouldn't you like to see what happens though? Maybe he hasn't won a championship with OKC. Maybe he didn't win a championship. As a matter of fact, fell short with a broken Nets franchise. But the guy has been there. He's won a championship. He knows what he's doing. He knows his way around through the playoffs. Wouldn't you like to see what happens though?
Right. I think this is one of the absence of evidence things, not the evidence of absence. The Kevin Durant was a guy on a major piece on a Thunder team that did go to a finals. They didn't win it because they ran into LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. If you remember that, that team was loaded and more experienced, so they won. Then he went to Golden State. They didn't really need him to be that piece, though Draymond Green says they wouldn't have won that other title if they didn't add Kevin. I'm kind of inclined to agree with that.
Yes, no, absolutely. And they would have less championships right now.
Yeah. And then he went to the Nets where, okay, nobody showed up to work but him. Kyrie didn't show up to work.
Right.
James Harden, when he was there, didn't show up to work. Nobody showed up but Kevin. So I think Kevin can be that missing piece, if you're close to push you over. And we haven't seen it, but he just hasn't been in those scenarios.
We have a new texter here on the text line, 888-368-1580. 7104 says, I thought you were going to say, hey, Swami, could you wear flats instead of high heels when you come next? Well, that's where you're wrong, 7104. It works out if she wears heels because then he could stand or sit. She'll still be able to take care of it. Thank you for texting in 7104. And listen, we have some fine new texter nicknames available. You fell off the air when what was it? Trouser. What was it?
Trouser cough.
Trouser cough.
Trouser
that should
cough,
be added
yeah.
to the list of potential texter nicknames. That was pretty good.
I'll do that immediately.
But anyway, 7104, let us know a little bit about yourself and maybe we can help you with the texter nickname or just blurt something out you think sounds good. This is your only chance in your entire life to pick out a cool nickname for yourself, and we all have to call you that, as long as it's not too filthy. We do have an owner of the radio station who will, approve or disapprove if they're too risque. Kiss the Cook says, dirty water hot dogs are outrageous. Okay. Tuck says, I don't own a microwave. They zap the taste out of everything. Boil them hot dogs, keep them nice and juicy. I don't think that's true about microwaves, but hey, man, you do you, whatever works. Blissful Hayes. Do we have a name for Kyler Murray's? It's not extensions. That's his actual hair that's just been braided up. So no, Blissful Hayes, it's not extension. Do we know what that hairdo is
I think
called?
they're just twists.
Can we get Swanee on the phone and ask her? Tell her to put on a pair of pants and come to the phone.
Well, if you tell her that, she's not going to be thrilled about it.
No FaceTime, but can you get on the phone?
Fed fan says, hey, pay attention. This might be a psycho girlfriend who's testing her boundaries, saying you tell her to put on some pants, and who knows? So
Could be.
It's a good point, Fed fan. You never know.
I don't know. I just tend to agree with where she's coming from, where if your girlfriend has a problem with it, I don't have to be the person to do your hair. There are other people.
Sure. Now, but another person might say, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll put something on. No big deal. It's just one client. It's one moment in time. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but you're paying for a service. You're paying somebody to come in. You're employing somebody to do a service for you. And I think if you're the one paying the price, and I'm sure it's a pretty good hefty price. I don't know about you. I go to the Supercuts getting my hair done, but if he's having somebody named Swami coming over to his house, to do his twists or whatever it is,
twists. That's a good name for that. I like
whatever
that.
it is. Keon came up with it. It wasn't me.
Oh,
anyway,
did
if you got somebody coming over, okay, you're paying a pretty price. For her to say, I'll wear whatever I want, well, clearly you don't want my money and you don't want me to employ you. So see you later.
Neither are wrong in the basics of this conversation. But Swanee getting all public and aggressive about it, I feel like she's more wrong.
Well, I mean, to me, that's just
she can
typical.
do what she wants, but there's no reason to light this guy up because he says, "Hey, could you just dress up? Maybe put on some pants."
To me, that's just typical with somebody that brushes
something
with the,
less revealing.
Celebrities. They get something on them and they have to go public. It just seems like that. It doesn't matter who it is.
I don't know. I just think that she's a woman that just feels strongly about being told what to wear, and she doesn't like the idea, and she just put that out there.
But it's not professional.
It might not.
But
be
did he
professional,
tell her, or did he ask her? Can you please wear?
According to
something
her,
less?
this is her talking now. One day he calls me and he's like, "Hey, Swanee, when you come Thursday, can you wear pants?" So he was asking. It wasn't like telling. He was asking her hey, is it okay if we do this? And she lost her mind. That's the way I read it. And
she lost a client
from her account of it.
And it's a client she doesn't mind losing. So
here's the reality of it. I think what happened was she pushed back and says, no, I'm going to dress the way I want. And he says, well, okay, I can't have you come over to the house anymore. And then that pissed her off. And that's why she went public. And, that's not very professional. That's all I'm saying. Fish Tank says, is Brooklyn one of the all-time failures? They had Paul Pierce and KG. They had Durant, Harden, and Kyrie. None of those teams even smelled the championship series. I feel like they're approaching Browns level failure.
It is distinctly possible that they are in that territory, though I will point out that the KG Nets, they got fleeced for that. They should never have traded for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce because those were past their prime guys. Danny Ainge couldn't believe what they were trying to do when they called the Celtics and said, hey, can we get those guys? I mean, yeah, of course you can. They're not winning another championship. And so, yeah, that is a Browns level failure to trade for a bunch of guys who can't win anything because they're old.
Grid Cat just doesn't think that Durant might be worth giving up a ton of picks for players. So he's not sure this is a good idea. I think it is a good idea. I think you have as long as you're not giving up your bench, as long as you're not giving up your core, if it's just DeAndre Ayton and some picks, you bring in Kevin Durant, what the hell? See what happens. I'd say that makes you even more of a favorite to get to the finals. Radio Ron has texted in some breaking news. This actually is breaking news.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
Radio Ron says, get ready. Just closed on a July promotion with Kasai this month. We'll be giving away several $100 gift cards all month long. Christmas in July campaign. You get a $20 gift card for every $100 gift card sold. And and Jeffrey, you'll be recording the spot, please. Oh, goody.
Hey, it's entertainment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I almost popped a hemorrhoid voice in the last one. So, yeah, why not? I'll do it. So, yeah, that's cool. We're going to have some Christmas in July Kasai. There you go. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that here soon. Kiss the Cook says, women can sometimes be conniving. If Kyler's girlfriend felt the hairdresser was being disrespectful to their relationship by wearing boots shorts in their home, either change them or just don't come back.
Probably booty shorts.
Oh, he didn't put the Y. He put the next.
Yeah.
All right, booty shorts. Here's the thing. I do understand both sides. Keon, I understand her side as much as I understand his side. The only difference in this is, could you please do this? No, I don't want to do this. Well, then I'm sorry, I can't do this. The only difference is she went mad. The video of her, she's flaming him out. And I
didn't know there was a video. I only read text.
Yeah,
but
she's raging against Kyler Murray for this. And I don't think it's a big deal.
And maybe it's, I don't know. I'm not being a woman. I don't know how big a deal it is for somebody to ask me how to dress or to tell me, what to wear when, I'm like, for her, she's like, I'm on call for you. Anytime you pick up the phone and say, hey, I'd like to get my hair done, I show up and do it. That I should be able to just wear what I want. I'm not showing up to your house naked, so I don't know.
It's his house. He can request what he wants. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work. Hey, Randy, remember when you wanted to wear pasties for a week here on the camera? And I said, well, no, we can't do that. Did you go out online or on flame out and trash me? Because I said you have to actually wear a t-shirt.
Yeah.
See,
but you were very polite about it, and I
nicely.
didn't take offense at it. Yeah.
Like Randy is as nice as your pasties are, and little dandelions. This is unsettling. Could you please just put on a t-shirt?
And I did because I'm a pro. I'm a pro's pro is what I am. I'm a professional.
That's it. I just feel like maybe she not very professional. Big George says, hey, can I get a huzzah for Jeffrey reading a new upbeat promo spot for Kasai? No.
Huzzah!
Oh, dear God. No. I will give it all the gusto I gave the last one.
Huzzah!
Never hear the end of that.
I can't believe we have that year round now. So amazing.
I wish you wouldn't do that. You don't have to. You don't have
only
to hit
for
that
special
button.
occasions.
Hefty Lefty says, hey, if you want someone to come clean your house naked, I know some professional cleaners.
Excuse me?
See, I would have to ask them to put on clothing. I don't think my wife would put up with that.
No.
Unless it's like a crew of dudes. She'd be like, well, hold on a second. Let's play this out.
Off-duty firefighters come over to your house and clean topless.
Yeah, I got to say, I wasn't here. I'm not going to go into detail when 911 did have to be called, and there were firemen in my house. And because, you've seen my wife, they lingered. They were, and I don't remember her complaining. I'm just saying. When we come back, let's find out what the Daily Blender thinks. Well, I'm not going to say what it is because it's Keon Rose's top 5. At this point, well after 5. It's not the top 5 at not quite 5. It's the top 5 at well after 5. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Kevin Durant wants out of Brooklyn, and that has absolutely tanked the Nets championship odds for next season. They are now paying out at plus 3,600 to win it all. Those are the 12th best odds of all NBA teams. They've been pretty consistently a top 6 team in terms of futures odds to win the championship. The Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics, and Phoenix Suns all have plus 600 odds to win it all next year, while the Warriors pay out at plus 650 and the Clippers are paying out at plus 700. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCullum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm on vacation for the week, but Izzy, who's joining you in studio? Keon will be in studio. So join Izzy and Keon Wednesday through Friday, and I'll be back on Monday the 11th. So join Izzy and Keon Wednesday through Friday, and I'll be back on Monday the 11th. You're on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. Here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Meet Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boosts that make you feel like
I like to boost it. My vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it. We like to boost it.
Boost effervescent vitamins turn your H2O into H2O to give you a fizztastic feeling like
I like to boost it. My vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it. We like to boost it.
Because it's not just vitamins, it's Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season, you'd better think again. The NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more. Football is always in season here. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, your home for football.
That's right, YouTube. You'll never know what I just said to Keon. We will never tell you. It's a secret. You're going to have to pay for the behind-the-scenes version of the Daily Blender. That's right. We're going to have a paywall, and just like the ESPN or other sites, and so you could have unhindered access. You know what we do? We send them a feed off the Mix Minus bridge. You know what I'm saying? They'll hear all the dirt and conversations behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they got to pay a pretty penny for that. I'll tell you that.
Well,
much.
it'd be like Daily Blender Plus, isn't it? What's a
Daily
what
Blender
everybody's
Plus.
doing? Yeah,
Yes,
Daily Blender Plus.
We would like to call it Daily Blender After Dark, but
After dark.
it's daylight out, so it's just not gonna be happening here.
Doesn't make sense.
Ukla says, thought you were going to talk NFL. Come on, aren't you a real sports station? Well, we're a real sports station, but I do what I want, Ukla. And we did talk a little NFL. We talked about Kyler Murray's girlfriend. And we are going to talk a little NFL here in a second. But before we can even get to that, we're running behind. You don't even realize we run behind a lot. So right now it's time for Keon Rose's top 5 at a little bit after 5.
Yeah. Top 5 at
kind of
just after 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Time for the Blender top 5.
And the Blender top 5 today, we might touch on a little bit of football in the Blender top 5. Just depends on, it depends on your 5, because today's top 5 is about 5 of the biggest problems in sports, regardless of sport, as seen by the Daily Blender crew.
All right. Top 5 biggest problems in sports. This is easy. I've got this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 5 and number 4. I'm not going to be like Randy. I'm not going to do a tie, but boy, are they close together. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'll give you number 6, Ukla Mock. He's a big problem in sports.
Number 6.
Yeah. I just throwing that one out there.
Wow.
Number 5 is the entitlement attitude of players. They have this, like kind of like the Kyler Murray. Now, I don't blame him for what he wants in his house, but I can't abide the way he's acted has been horrible. Kyrie Irving, the way he's acted has been horrible. There's somebody in every sport where you're just kind of like, what is up with that? And so it's not just the NFL, and the NFL is probably the most famous for producing the most entitled jackhandles you've ever seen on the planet.
I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, go ahead.
Really? Who do you think is more entitled than NFL players?
NBA.
I tend to agree with
far
Randy
and away,
because those contracts are fully guaranteed. So you just skate by on a lot more in the NBA.
I guess I've had personal interactions with more NFL players than NBA. I'm talking about even after the sport, that entitlement thought process still hangs around. I'm not going to go into anybody except for Kwame Lassiter. Now, he was a great guy, fine, a perfectly good guy, but he thought he could walk into my studio anytime he wanted and draw golf courses on my whiteboard. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough, Kwame. Enough is enough. And he says, no, I'll be back tomorrow to draw another one. I'm like, okay. Well, that's not. I actually love those.
I put my foot down and said, all right.
Yeah, I actually like those. But anyways, so the entitlement attitude of players. For Randy, it's NBA. For me, it's in NFL, and that it causes problems in the perception and also on the field. People sitting out and the way things go. But the only reason that's going on is my number 4, because of the greed of the owners. The owners make so much damn money hand over fist, but boy, will they cry poor anytime there's any sort of a labor negotiation. Listen, I want the owners to be successful and make money. I want the players to be successful and make money. Get together, come up with a good plan. And, the rest of us wage slaves out here don't have to keep hearing about your struggles, okay, and your potentials for strikes and saying, we're going to take the entertainment away from the people, because you won't give me what I want. Wham, wham, wham. It goes both ways. So those are number 5 and number 4. Entitlement attitude of players, greed of owners. Number 3, and this goes across pretty much all sports, not enough real accountability for anyone's bad behavior. Owners, players, coaches, every sport. Some sports do better than others. But I mean, look at this. Owners, you have a Dan Snyder still walking around with a team. Players, Deshaun Watson still has not been suspended. Coaches, you look at anywhere from John Gruden to Urban Meyer and other people. Now, they seem like they ship out the coaches a little bit quicker, but even that is on a slow burn. So there's not enough real accountability for people's actions on field, off field, in the business, out of the business, in sports. Number 2, the public. The public is more emboldened due to social media, to interact negatively and in person with players. As Mike Tyson said, social media has made you guys all braver than you should be, when you should be fearing getting punched in the face. We didn't have this sort of thing before social media. People forget that typing and talking at a person, 2 different things. And this is a huge problem, I think, for sports, because you've seen what happens with the NBA. You've seen the interactions between players and fans or anti-fans. And I'd say that is going to, something ugly has to happen. Monica Seles got stabbed on a tennis court. And we're still not giving a little more separation between some sports. And I feel like that is a problem. Number 1, if we don't all have the same number 1, I'm going to be shocked, beyond shocked. Can you guess my number 1, ladies and gentlemen? Bad officiating. Oh, dear God. It is the worst I think it's been in baseball. Is it, Randy, would you agree the worst it's ever been in baseball right here, right now?
I think there's more of a spotlight on it. I think it's been bad for a long time. I mean,
social media has made it seem worse. Bad officiating in baseball, in football, NBA. We got people who are pals with people who threw games on purpose and and made money on that, still out there officiating. And it's obvious when Chris Paul don't win no games when that guy's officiating. I'm just saying bad officiating, or I mean, put it in a little slash, crooked officiating is in every sport. I don't hear much about NHL. I don't hear much about that. But in baseball, football, and basketball, bad officiating. And that is what I think are the top 5 biggest problems in sports.
That's a damn good list, Randy.
Damn good list, Jeffco.
What you
Thank
got,
you guys?
Damn good list. All right. Here's my list. Ready?
Yes.
1 gallon of milk. 1 gallon of milk.
Good.
Can of green beans.
Ooh,
wait a minute.
You gotta get those fresh, Randy. I can't agree with number 4. You got to get green beans fresh.
Hang on just a sec. I got the wrong list.
Oh,
oh, here we go. All right. What's wrong with sports right now? Number 5, and I think it's obvious, the NCAA. What the hell are they doing? Who are they? What is their purpose? Why do we still have them? To me, it's just a problem. A conference, dear God, conferences are doing whatever they want. The NCAA is doing nothing.
This message to you.
Number 4, the MLB salary cap. Every other major sport has one. The NBA has one.
Yeah.
NFL has one. The NHL has one. Hell, the WNBA has one. I think minor league sports even has one, but why not the MLB? What makes you so much better and you're making it hard for the average Joe consumer to go to the damn ball games. The ticket prices are soaring because of 300, 400, $500,000 10-year contracts. Where's the salary cap? That's one of the biggest issues, I think, right now in sports. Number 3, the NBA's lackadaisical regular season. It means nothing. It means nothing. You have so many teams that make the playoffs. Why should we even play 80 games in the NBA? What does it mean? Why don't you just have like a 2-week regular season, okay? Just to line up the seating and then just go right into the playoffs. Why do we even have a regular season? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you did that, the Wizards would have been the 1 seed last year, and that doesn't make any sense. But yes, I hear what you're saying.
NBA's lackadaisical, a lack of genuine regular season. It means nothing. Number 2, Rob Manfred and umpires. Right? That's
Right,
number 2.
You can't do, but no, come on, man. One or
Number
the other.
2. Well,
you can't
all right.
do a tie.
You
We've talked about this.
I'm just saying, you didn't let me finish, Jeffco. I'm not doing a tie. I heard you. Rob Manfred and umpires. There's a problem in Major League Baseball. There's a problem in football. There's a problem in the NBA. But right now, the spotlight is on the Major League Baseball. Rob Manfred and the MLB have a problem, and it's called the umpires. There's no accountability. There's no way to monitor these guys and make things right. You had a guy earlier this year that threw a pitcher out after the first half inning of the game because he doesn't like him, and nothing was done to the umpire. Number 1, the good old boys in ownership. And I'm talking predominantly about MLB and NFL. You know who you are out there. The MLB and the NFL good old boys club. Yeah, okay, coaches. Jeffrey made a great point. Coaches go away. What about all the players out there? You guys are investing hundreds of millions of dollars in players, and you'll do anything you can to make sure he can play for your team. Never mind his street, sense or what goes on outside the gridiron or off the field. You'll go ahead and make sure that he gets to play. I'm talking to Major League Baseball too. You've had your share of off-field, guys coming out there and playing for teams. The good old boys club needs to be broken up. The good old boys club needs to quit having their favorites be head coaches and broaden the horizons and bring in all sorts of people of all sorts of backgrounds, not just your favorites, not just the same guys who float around the leagues year after year after year. You see what I'm saying? Do I need to go any further?
Well, you can't, because that was your number 1.
That's my number 1. That's my 5 right there.
Nicely
Sorry,
done.
I had to give you part of my grocery list. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I thought for sure you were going to do a damn tie again.
No
I'm
ties.
glad you.
No-
I'm
no
glad you
ties.
didn't. Okay, well, it's
No
Keon's
ties.
turn. Let's see what he says.
Jeffrey's on the tie patrol now with these top 5s. Randy.
No
Just-
ties.
just
It's
saying.
America.
So here's my top 5. 5 things wrong in sports right now. Number 5, the PGA and this Live Tour. The PGA just needs to acknowledge that they made a mistake. They didn't offer enough money for these purses. They kept making more and more money. They didn't offer it to these players, and the players jumped ship and went to where the money was. And the PGA's reaction is take a hike, never come back. Who are you punishing when you do that? The players? No, the guys that left knew what they were losing. They knew what was at stake, and they knew that they'd be raking in money hand over fist when they left. You're not punishing them by telling them they're not coming back. You're punishing us. You're punishing the fans. We watch golf. We're tuning in. We want to see the best go against the best, and we're not able to see that. If you're a fan of golf, if you're not watching golf, well,
I'm
then,
not a fan of golf, so
Right.
this is not even moving my needle.
Yeah.
Guilty.
But I like golf. I do enjoy watching
Fair
it.
enough,
And
fair
you know
enough.
what? I don't really enjoy the fact that, a guy like Dustin Johnson, one of the best golfers on the planet, he's not going to be playing in US sanctioned events because the PGA said no. Brooks Koepka not going to be playing. PGA said no. There are enough quality players that have made that migration over that the only people who really get hurt are golf fans and people who tune in to these tournaments, the US Open, the Masters, and so on. So I'm
about 33 people are upset.
Okay, fair
Wow.
enough, but it's a sport, and I'm
Wow.
one of the 33. So
Okay.
there we are.
Me too. So we're
number-
2 of the 33. You and I, Keon.
There we go. We just need to find the other 31.
There's a little pill called Ambien. It works wonders. Just saying.
But number 4 for me, the empowered player. I am mostly for it. I mostly like that players are able to choose their own destiny and go where they'd like to go. But the fact of the matter is, especially in the NBA, I'm looking at you, NBA, because you've got guys that don't play and make demands. Ben Simmons is saying, I'm not playing in Philadelphia ever again. Well, dude, you didn't play at all this year. You got moved to another team. You still didn't play. You know, Kyrie Irving is on a team he chose to go to. Missed 2 weeks of work, just disappeared, didn't tell anybody where he was going, didn't tell anybody when he would be back, just gone. You know,
is this is this like what ticks off Keon, or is this the top 5? I'm
well,
not
no,
sure.
it's my top 5, but
he's he's getting kind of angry.
It's things that are wrong in sports.
I'm getting a little bit scared.
I didn't you get angry too?
I'm
anyway,
getting a little bit.
You
scared.
yelled a little bit too, Randy.
Did I?
Yeah, a
a little bit. But no,
did the veins come out of the side of my neck like happening to Keon?
I don't.
I think the veins are there because he knows he only has 2 minutes left.
Is that what it is?
There's no veins. But look, I just don't like that the guys are showing up or guys are, you know, I don't have the leverage for a trade, but I'm gonna scrub my whole social media. That kind of stuff, it only helps.
I think you're talking about Kyler Murray.
It's
Kyler
in this
Murray.
instance, I am talking about Kyler, but Deebo Samuel did it. Like all kinds of players do it. It's not just a Kyler problem. And I think that is the issue. I don't know how you change this, but how are you supposed to build a team as a general manager where, and I'll even go after Kevin Durant, you know, couple of seasons in, you request a trade. I understand that this is not the situation you necessarily signed up for, but you got 4 more years on that contract, man. What do you mean trade? I don't have to trade you if I'm running things, if I'm Sean Marks, the general manager. Why should I do that? Number 3, this NCAA football realignment is just the blind leading the blind. It is just a bunch of schools and conferences making their own decisions. The NCAA is non-existent, so everybody's just kind of out for themselves right now. And it's made a very weird, strange scenario where we are headed towards a super conference, but how we get there is going to be completely ass backwards, for lack of a better way of saying it. We are just going to stumble into a solution. And why not do this intentionally? Why not get together and do this on purpose so that we have a league or we have something that is knowable to fans, where we understand how one team winds up being able to be in the playoffs and another team doesn't? Because right now we've got a committee that sits down and figures that all out for us. And I don't know that we're breaking away from that with anybody doing anything in a way that makes any sense, or is at least intentional and on purpose, damn it. Number 2, officiating. Basically every sport that they are just it's baseball has got the spotlight, but the NBA, we saw some of the weirdest playoff games probably ever in terms of officiating this past playoff run. You know, not a whole lot of gripes with NHL. I think one call major got missed in the Stanley Cup final, but like overall those playoffs were great. But Major League Baseball, you got problems. NFL, you've got problems. National Basketball Association, you've got problems. Get it sorted. And number 1, owners that don't try. I don't think that there's anything worse than having owners that put a product out on the field for the fans, expect them to show up and pay, and you don't put out anything that wins. And that goes for the Diamondbacks, but that goes for the Reds too. That goes for, you know, a lot of these owners that are okay with just making the playoffs, but they could make 1 more move or 2 more moves that might actually make you a championship team, but they'll just take and this is worse than the NBA, they'll take that little playoff bonus for just showing up in the playoffs, being there for a round and saying goodbye. And as long as their team could be an 8th seed every year, they're cool with that. Well, your fans don't deserve that. They don't pay for that. They want to see a team that can win a title. That's what they're paying for. And so owners that don't try, that's my number 1.
All right, there we go. Top 5 biggest problems in sports. It turned into I believe 13 or 12. I think we only all agreed on 1, and the rest was all completely different. So there's a lot of problems in sports right now.
Oh yeah.
Big George says, wow, wasn't even close. Jeffrey completely dominated this edition of the top 5 after 5. Gold goes to Jeffrey. Silver goes to Randy. Bronze for Keon. Keon would have gotten second if he didn't get so angry and jump on his old rage machine there.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
You got to
get a little
keep that in
ragey.
check, Keon. You got to keep it in
don't
check.
think I was
Can't
any
let your
angrier
emotions
than I was
get the best of you
at other times, but all right.
Going like in a happy place. Have you ever tried to go that?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, some of the
Let's hear you do it.
The meditation.
Mm.
Clear the head.
It's not how I clear my head. All right. When we come back, I'll get caught up on the text line and other things. This is the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. Alice Rott was the wife of a sports writer in Philadelphia. And one night she was hit with a foul ball and it broke her nose. They had to stop the game. When the game resumed, they realized they needed to get Alice Rott out of the ballpark. She was in bad condition. But on her way out of the ballpark, another foul ball hit her again, this time breaking a bone in her leg. Who hit that foul ball?
When you want trivia from the world of sports, Daily Sports Quiz host Nick LaCapria has it. Baseball lovers, go online to baseballtrivia.org. Basketball fans, check out basketballtrivia.net. Football fans, head on over to footballtrivia.net. Hockey trivia, that's hockeytrivia.net. And boxing fans, log on to boxingtrivia.net. Stay tuned to this radio station for the Daily Sports Quiz or visit Nick LaCapria's sports-specific trivia website.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz: name the player that hit two foul balls that hit Alice Rott in the same at bat. Richie Ashburn. The odds of hitting a fan with a foul ball at a baseball game are 300,000 to 1.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
If you have certain chronic conditions such as
Heart disease,
Asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older,
52,
36.
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
About getting vaccinated.
with Prevnar 20.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time.
Like right now.
Or right now. Or even now. Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
In 99.3, The Fanatic. I'd like to post a protest. I think there's favoritism going on here.
Why is that?
Well, Big George, every week it's the same damn text. I think he just copies and pastes it. Come on.
No, not always. Sometimes I don't
Clearly,
win.
Jeffrey won. Blah, blah,
You've
blah.
won. Keon's
Oh,
won.
clearly, Jeffrey won. Blah,
No,
blah. Keon never
I nailed
wins.
it, though. I did
Oh,
nail
my
it.
God. Yeah, well.
I did like your list this week. I can't even remember the last time I won.
888-368-1580. The tech, blah, 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 blah. Jeffrey won. Okay, whatever. Big George, I thought you were my guy. Step up to the T this summer. Speaking of Live Tour and PGA Tour, we won't say Live Tour during this time because you take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet. If you don't win, you get up to $1,000 back in free bets. And now listen, they've got the Open Championship happening this weekend. I don't know if you'll be able to bet. I would imagine. There probably would be. But there's got to be another tour event happening here in the States. We'd have to look it up. But look, FanDuel Sportsbook always has great promotions going on. They keep it interesting. They keep it fun. The app is safe. It's secure. And they pay you fast. When you make your wins, they pay you fast. Like I bet the thing this weekend, and I got my winnings like that. just like that. It was like lightning, but it wasn't lightning. It was like, so I don't know if that was like a flash or what that would be, but I got my winnings right away. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using promo code Randy1580 to get started with your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour. Remember, that's Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 and older, presence in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right, Randy, let's get caught up on the text line really fast because we're running out of time. Joe the Show says, well, I didn't like Kyler Murray. Now I'm finding out he's intimidated by the female booty cheek there. All I'm saying is, if I can let my thang swang, a woman can let her cheek peek. It's 2022. If he's intimidated by, okay, I can't read all of this.
And
It's
also
getting dirty.
He wasn't intimidated by his girlfriend told him.
Right. Yeah. Or his woman is insecure. Then it explains all we need to know about his maturity levels, SMH.
I am not going to read into the psychology of Kyler Murray.
We've seen enough of him on the field to establish his immaturity level. But as far as this relationship thing, it sounds like his girl didn't like it. And he was like, okay, well, hey, can you wear pants? She'd feel better. And let's do this thing. And that was it. I think we lost Randy again. Dang it. Kyle G has his own top 5 worst things in sports. He says CFB's focus on profit over quality, parity, and education. 4, Major League Baseball leadership. 3, NFL contracts rising faster than the cap. 2, NBA players disregarding their contracts. And number 1, crooked, inept old owners driving their teams to the ground and taking their leagues with them. Lost Toby says, hey, how did ties not make the list? I hate ties. We hate ties, but
I don't like it, but I don't think it's one of the 5 worst problems in sports. That's the only thing
I'd put that in a top 10, maybe not top 5.
Yeah.
I hate ties. They should not exist.
I just think you all got there that day to play a game.
There should be an outcome.
Yeah, just settle it. You're all there, figure out a way that this thing
Fist
ends.
fight, coin flip, dueling pistols. I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Figure it out. Sports should not have ties ever.
Yeah, they do, but they shouldn't. I agree with that.
Hefty Lefty says you should subscribe to the Daily Blender OnlyFans page. Get some unfiltered access. That's how Radio Ron would probably want us to do it.
Get it as far away.
Right. Well, that and because we can make a lot of money on there. Hefty Lefty says the only way you can stop fans from continuing bad behavior, Jeffrey, is for the legal system in the country to not allow a person to press charges from getting their asses beat if they deserve it. Call it the talk bleep get hit law. Big George, let's lead the charge. Get some laws changed.
If we have stupid driver laws, I feel like that's not the worst idea.
Stupid spectator laws, what they should call it. Kiss the Cook says, I can give a rat's ass about two-faced LIV players. Their statement of its financial decision tells you a lot about their game and their lazy ass. I'm going to get mine attitude. Okay. I don't quite know. I can't read that. I might have a smudge on my glasses. Hefty Lefty says, did you see the NBA Summer League overtime rules? If it goes to a second overtime, it's sudden death. I kind of like it for some sudden death basketball.
Yeah, because it's summer league, so you're not trying to wear these guys out because they've got an actual NBA season to play in the fall.
I've heard of worse ideas. Big George says, Randy, it's not true. I'm an impartial third-party arbitrator on this. I analyze the facts as I see them. Sometimes you do win. Sometimes Keon wins. I liked all 3 lists, but only one rose to the top, and that was Jeffrey's. So, Randy, I don't think he's I don't give him money for this or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Fed Fan says, off-duty shirtless firefighters, sign me up. Wow. She says, by the way, here's an update on Kyrgios. If he's found guilty, he'll face maximum 2 years in prison. Back to you, Jeffrey. Only 2 years, but for what? I mean, what did he specifically do? Because I heard he just kind of like grabbed her arm. But if he did something like seriously serious, then 2 years don't seem like much.
I think that's the problem with this whole thing is we just don't have enough of the details. Even what he did is kind of not known right now. So I'd love to see the details come out.
Yeah, maybe it is just a bunch of boo-boo. Who knows? But you're right. Till you know more, we shouldn't talk more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1985, Gary Templeton was intentionally walked 4 times by the Pittsburgh Pirates, tying a major league record set in '62 by New York Yankee outfielder Roger Maris. The 4th free pass issued in the 12th inning led to the San Diego Padres shortstop scoring a run, but Pittsburgh came back with 3 runs to win it 5-4. Back to me, Jeffrey. That's a lot of walking right there. That's who do you think you would walk 4 times? I mean, you don't strategically. It's not good in baseball to walk people intentionally that many times. But
it is.
Who would you fear? Who would you fear to walk that many times?
See, now if I'm a pitcher, I'm in the major league. I don't fear anybody. It's my mound. It's my plate.
All right. If you're the manager, you're giving them the sign to intentionally walk. You don't have a choice.
I think depending on the game, what's going on in the game, if it's a close one, if you're up or down just to run, you don't want a game to get out of hand. And if their guy that's coming up is hot, or analytics say that this guy is really strong against your pitcher, perhaps you put him on. If you've got an open base, set up a double play, get out of the inning. I mean, that's always been known to happen. That's good that's good strategy, baseball strategy.
It was almost bad strategy though, because they were down 3 runs. They took 3 runs for them to come back. So
and that's that Barry Bonds kind of thinking. I mean, Templeton was probably hitting the cover off the ball, so they decided that this guy's not going to beat us. I don't care if we walk in a run. At least it's not 4 runs and a grand slam. So put him on first base. We'll take the run and we'll try to make it up.
All right. Well, you know more about baseball than I do, but 4 walks. I'm surprised it hasn't been more.
Well, one year Barry Bonds led the league in walks, intentional and otherwise.
That was the year
he didn't get 4 in a game.
I mean, yeah, because it's just not a common thing to do it that often, and that was the year where he makes contact with the ball, it's leaving the park.
Right. Because all the juice he had in there was so all jamming around his biceps and his legs and his thighs and stuff, his buttocks area. Yeah. Every time he even just got near the ball, it would leave. He had so much juice on board out of fear.
The ball was actually running away from Barry.
Yeah. Oh, dear God, no!
I'm a little bit sad. We didn't get to really get in depth and talk NFL, but we'll for sure do that tomorrow. But there's 2 things that did happen today that bear mentioning. One, North Carolina did not pass the sports betting legislation. So if you know somebody in North Carolina, call them up and say, guess what I'm doing right now? You can't do. I'm placing a bet. Enjoy that. And the other thing, did anybody see the USFL championship over the weekend?
No.
I saw the replay of it.
Do you know who won?
Yeah, it was Birmingham.
Oh, see, I was surprised you even knew that. I only know that because I have a piece of paper that tells me that.
I watched the literal end of the game. I did not watch that entire game because I just happened to be in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, I see. You had no choice.
It was just on the TV.
Yeah. Was it everything you dreamed it would be?
It was terrible.
I mean, the 33-30 was the score. Wasn't that exciting?
It's weird that it just felt like Philadelphia was blowing the game more than Birmingham was winning it.
Yeah,
and
the
therefore
end of the game
exciting.
came on a pick 6. I did see that.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting because it just felt like Philadelphia should have won that game, and they
both
just could
teams
not
lost
stop.
their starting quarterback to injury during the game. Did you know that?
I did not know that. No, because I didn't know who the starters were.
Jamar Smith got the cramps real hard, and the other guy had a broken fibula. So
got the cramps real hard.
Yeah, Case Cookus probably called up Jamar Smith and said, "You're a wuss. You're the cramps. I got a broken fibula. I hate you." Click. That's how I would probably have to deal with that. So,
did you guys see the 8-5 triple play? The Twins put on the White Sox.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Bonkers.
Yeah, so they had two runners on, first and second. They had the White Sox did. AJ Pollock couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Former Diamondback and a real D-bag. Anyway, he had a fly ball to center field. So that's your 8. Scoring 8 is your center fielder. He catches the ball, so that's 1 out. He throws it to the third baseman, which is the number 5 in your scoring. He tags the guy on third and then goes and tags the guy at second base. That's the triple play. Tony La Russa's look was priceless.
Yeah, just like
he's like, what the hell just happened?
It's like, did we teach these guys baseball? I forgot to ask. Did we teach these guys baseball?
If
this
I
year?
was the guy that got tagged out at second, I would quit. That is just embarrassing.
Both runners
baseball.
took off
Mhm.
at the crack of the bat. They did not look to see if the outfielder caught it. He caught it. It wasn't even close to being out of the park. It was just a long fly ball to right center field, straightaway center field. He caught the ball, threw it in. Third baseman just like, tag, you're out. Catch, you're it. You're out. You're okay. Triple play.
Were they not getting signs from the third base coach?
You would
or
think.
anything?
You would think. But a lot of these guys, the major league level, they just know way more than everybody else does, and they won't look at the base coaches. And then Tony was standing there. Where's my wine?
Yeah.
Can I get a drink, please?
No, he's sitting there in his head going, I know people think I drink a lot of wine, but right now I'm thinking, where can I score some heroin? I got to get
Wine's no longer strong enough for what that is.
Yep. Nope. I'm just going to go face first into opium den. I just don't even come back and pick me up for a few days.
Just Scrooge
So
McDuck
bad.
dive into a pile of.
Well,
Scrooge McDuck.
get me.
dive.
Yeah, I need a mountain
Okay.
of cocaine, whatever it takes. Jesus Christ, this was the worst play I've ever seen. I'm done. I'm gonna go coach cricket. I just can't. So, all right, that's it for us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can really control your savings.